on the Orient Express. The party encounters a mortifying man with a mystifying member. The party man, Mort, looks for the strangely estranged soprano, Caterina Cavallaro, and offers front row tickets in exchange for the investigator's assistance. While investigating the murder of Ennio Spinola, our heroes discover the remains of a ritual most foul. The investigators begin asking questions around town when poor Mort has his drink spiked by none other than Eldritch Gore, sending him into the terrifying dreamland of Milan. Mort, being subject to a game of chance at the behest of Camellia, ends his companionship with the party, cuffed to a drainpipe in a Milanese alley. What happened with this terrible ritual? What secrets can be learned of at the opera? Let's find out at tonight's episode of Horror on the Orient Express.
Oh boy, they can't hear you. Hold on. This is going to my headphones. Give me a second.
No, I can hear you on the YouTube side.
There you go. Now you're fine. You're good now.
Okay, well, hello and welcome, everyone. And I had a rhythm going, and now I don't.
Flawless execution.
You've been broken.
Welcome to Star Wars, Call of Cthulhu, Horror on the Orient Express. I am your Keeper of Arcane Lore, Moss, and the beautiful people around me and the individual celebrating Black History Month in September are our cast. And we'll just go around and say hello to everybody and see how they're all doing. Froste, how are you this evening?
I'm doing great, assuming that everyone can hear me. Well, actually, I'm doing great no matter whether or not they can hear me or not. But I'm doing great. Had a great day. Had a lot of fun. Loved the premiere of One Ring. Looking forward to this. Glad that Mort's not here. Just saying. You know.
I think that sentiment is shared by everybody. But somebody who is here, and we're all happy that she's here with us. Nomi, how are you this evening?
Hi guys, I'm doing better than I was a few days ago. I got sick because of having no AC in my house, and so I've been having fevers. I've been sneezing and coughing like none other. What else? I had soup, so you guys can mark that down on your bingo card. And yeah, so I like to think also that Mort got me sick last week because I caught his cooties of his ickiness and his terrible pickup lines, his way of, you know, to soiree the women. Not me. So apologize if You hear me and I'm talking stuffy.
Yeah,
His
Mort
mere
is,
existence is sickening.
Mort is literally the worst. He's literally the
Yes.
worst. But you know who didn't think he was the worst and who learned quite a few lessons from him? Jimmy. Chris, how are you this evening?
I don't understand what the problem is. I thought that Mort was a swell fella. I'm definitely eager to get things going. Have to do my best without Mort's guidance. His gentle hand on my back as he guides me through all the trials and tribulations of romancing Miss India. But I don't know if anybody noticed, but I do have a new configuration to my whole studio setup. You can't really see it, but you know, if you notice any differences, I hope you like it because it's going to be like that from now on. So thank you, and that is my presentation. Please clap.
Well, speaking of
I'll flap.
configurations, I don't have anything. Chris, you left me with nothing. JT, how are you?
I'm sorry that Mort put his hands on your backside there, Chris, and I'm sorry that you thought that having a glowing spiderweb hat would be a good choice for a background piece. But if it makes you happy, sir, I am glad. And I'm not sure if anyone can hear me out there, but I'm sure my sweet Siri can hear me just fine. Isn't that right, Siri, my dear? Oh, of course, now you shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. Hey, Siri, go away.
Okay.
She just said okay.
Wow. Well, we also, I don't know if you guys noticed, we also have a very special guest. Mary Jane Watson, how are you?
Well, hello everyone. After I decided that Miles Morales had to die, I decided to just come and stop by. So.
Yeah, just kind of see what's going on.
Yeah, see what's going
is this
on.
your after deciding that Miles Morales had to die? Is this your idea of laying low?
Yeah, that's exactly my idea of laying low. I mean, there can only be one Spider-Man. Having too many out there is it's not gonna happen. And I figured nobody would ever look for me in Call of Cthulhu.
Well, you may have a point. You may have a point. Although the audience is growing. Speaking of which, didn't we just hit like 3,600 subscribers on Moonskull?
Yes, we did this morning.
Yeah,
I'm a little jealous.
I know, it's crazy. You guys are you guys out in the audience out there liking and subscribing and doing your thing, licking the screens and everything. You're the wind beneath our wings, and we couldn't do all this without you. Or we could, but it wouldn't be as much fun. And we're glad that you're here with us. So, all right, but I do have I want to give out some Eureka points real quick. Because we got 8 gold memberships.
Yay!
Yeah. So we got
Nice.
from Leo, we got Chrysanth ×2 for both Tabletop and Moonskull. Froste ×2. Fantastic Sarcastic, Jensen, and Darth Dave. And then we got a silver from Levistro. And we also got fan art for Clay Eldritch and Jimmy by Sassy Witch, and The Train by Daxie. We got 71 likes from last stream. 71, guys. 71.
Oh, we were so
71.
close.
Thank you.
We're so close.
We
You're
needed
just-
what,
you-
like one more?
Yeah, we needed one more. I know what it is. Is that the chat's full of edgelords, and they're like, nope, no more likes.
But it was 2 more over on something else.
Yeah. So yeah, I see how it is, chat. I see how it
It's
is.
a
You don't
total
want to help
Fred.
these guys. You want them to die. We also got comments from last stream. 58 total. So good work on that, chat. In total, we've got 10 Eureka points to Sevvy and Nomi, 11 Eureka points to Frost, JT, and Chris, and 1 to me. So I will use it very wisely. Thank you, chat. And another big thanks that we got to give out is that to Sirenscape. So if you hear any music, sound effects, or fart noises, you can thank Sirenscape for 2 out of the 3 of those. I'll let you decide which 2. But if we shout them out on stream, they don't copyright strike our channel for using them on stream, and we think that's pretty freaking awesome. All right, did I miss anything? Am I getting better at this whole host thing?
Yes, I'm gonna swoosh.
No.
You definitely suck less.
Okay, well, I'll take that. I'll take suck less as opposed to suck more. That's better.
All right. Well,
All right.
obviously the red hair was a wig, but in case anybody was freaking out.
Yeah. Did anybody need it? Did anybody need any hints as to whether or not that was a wig? You guys need to out yourselves right now.
Oh,
All right.
where'd the red-haired lady go?
Who is she?
She was found out. They came to grab her. Skynet came to grab her. I don't
You
know
know,
how
Moss,
Skynet.
Skynet and
but-
Spider. You know what? I want to design a one-shot. Spider-Man versus the Terminators. The party is going to be Terminators, and the big bad is going to be Spider-Man. So mark that down.
Ooh,
That's
I
going to
like
be.
that.
Yeah, that's going to be.
I'm 100%
upcoming
down
one-shot.
for that.
That's actually not. That's kind of a cool idea. Actually, I totally do that.
And I like it. Can you make the bad guy Miles Morales?
No, that's racially insensitive.
You know, Moss, Miles Morales really pushes my buttons.
Yes,
And
that's what
speaking
makes
of
it great.
And speaking of pushing buttons, I'm going to go hit that like button right now, like the rest of you should. Because when you have friends and you want them to succeed, you want to push the like button on all their damn streams and leave comments
That's damn right. Damn
on
right.
all your friends' streams.
Damn.
That sounds,
We
that
do.
sounds
we
weird.
we are 3 away from 36. FYI.
Yeah, just to say, we're at 33 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Come on in,
Thank
everyone.
you, Gino. He said he actually liked the red hair.
All right. So when last we left off, actually, before we get into that, Simping Slytherin sent $40 to give Sevvy 2 Eureka points. I'm sorry, 4 Eureka points because it came through Streamlabs. So thank you, Simping Slytherin. Not from me, but I'm just thanking you on behalf of Sevvy and the channel.
Oh, that's right. Sevvy's back now. It's no longer Mary Jane. Got it.
Yes. No, this is this Gwen Stacy? Is that who you're playing now?
Sure.
Gwen Stacy was blonde, right?
Yeah.
Anywho,
Sure.
when last we left off, you all had kind of asked around about, had anybody seen what had happened to Miss Cavallaro? And you also investigated the mysterious murder of one Ennio Spinola, the auto manufacturer worker, who is also a socialist. I don't know if you guys knew that, but he's also a socialist because everybody in these times was either a socialist or a fascist. There's no in between. And then finally coming back to your hotel, well, first of all, Mort got a spike in his drink. He had a terrible, terrible dream, which was obviously beyond description, and then played a fateful game of what's that game? Russian roulette. And with that, Camellia left him to rot in the alley.
But I did take the tickets.
Yes,
before I
you
left.
did take the tickets, and he was a little bit flabbergasted that you would have the audacity, but you did it anyway.
He said he wanted to play Russian roulette and he wanted to get handcuffed. So.
This Mort was very resilient. 2 of us
You
tried
did,
to kill him and he lived.
I know.
Yeah, you did grant his wish, so on both counts. So well done for that, Sevvy. I'm sorry, Camellia. So with that, we will pick back up. Camellia, you make your way back inside of the hotel. Are you, I guess, going back up to the rooms where you were,
Yeah.
or what's your thought process?
Yep. I will go upstairs to the rooms. I'm thinking, was everybody in Clay's room, or did everybody just go to their own separate rooms? Because like when I left, I was in Clay's room.
Yeah, I don't think anybody dispersed yet.
Okay.
Because I don't
So-
think you were gone too long.
Yeah. So I'll go back to Clay's room, and I will wave the tickets to the theater. I'm like, hey guys, we got tickets. We're good to go.
But where did you get the? Wait, is it? It's evening, right?
Yes, it is evening.
Where did you? Did you go buy tickets at this time of night?
No.
That's impressive.
No, Mort was gracious enough to leave us a parting gift.
Oh,
Golly, what a nice fella.
By the way, 36 likes. Thank you, chat. Everybody take another
Yes.
Eureka point.
Thank you, chat. I'm sure we'll see him around, unfortunately.
Gosh, I sure hope so.
I think Clay was the only one who knew what I was doing, so that should be a hint that he survived.
Yeah. Clay's, he's mixed feelings about it. You can tell he's just looking at you like, yeah, I suppose that's a good thing because nobody will come looking for us for that. But also, what have you loosed upon the world? Oh, well.
Well, you could talk to me about it, I could explain.
Oh, you know, old boy, I did try to send him away, but
that's not going to do it. His body was still here. He's a horrible, horrible person. But you just kicked him off of?
No, he just left. I mean, he seemed to be glad to leave. Honestly, he had come to me. And the chat in YouTube for me is okay. There we go. It like disconnected me and then connected me again.
Yeah, mine did too.
But it's still running, so who knows? So yep. He had come to me and he had said that he wanted to play the Russian roulette game. Thankfully, he did just fine. The odds were to his favor.
Unfortunately, we lost.
But he did give me the tickets as a thank you, and he said that he was very glad to have met all of us, and that he hopes to see Jimmy specifically later. So I don't know if you guys made plans for something, because he seemed to be very adamant about meeting up with you later.
Jimmy, old boy, you know, read books with him.
I doubt he made plans with India.
I'd love to.
Oh.
Chad is not convinced of my
life. How are you feeling? You've been through some things recently, haven't you?
Who are you talking about?
Oh, you mean me, Mr. Gore?
You toothless boy.
His teeth are back in.
Well, not anymore.
Not anymore. I knocked
came
them
back
out.
And stuck them back in there.
Yeah, they got a dentist to
in.
come in and fix it.
I don't know what sort of magic you think you've performed, but that's probably not going to last, you know.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna start a poll. Chad thinks Mort was robbed.
Robbed of what? Tickets?
The tickets. Camellia
He was robbed.
Not rob
The only thing
anybody.
he was robbed of was not dying.
Yeah.
Our mobster girl robbing someone in the back alleys of Milan?
Camellia would never stoop to that level. Oh my god.
I certainly didn't try to rob him. In fact, I gave him a gift.
What's the line, Moss? This is what happens when you meet a stranger in the Alps, Mort? No. We're not.
This is what happens when you meet a stranger in the Alps. We interrupt this broadcast to bring you an announcement. Another $160 to Sevvy, simping Slytherin. Her hair is stunning, hot symbol. $50 ability point to Sevvy, $60 Eureka points for Sevvy, and $50 ability points for Sevvy to give to anyone she wants.
Oh wow!
Simply amazing.
Okay, nice. So
nice.
I'm gonna.
So that's two bonus die.
Okay.
And 6 Eureka points.
And then
two additional Eureka points to hand out.
All right.
Two additional bonus die, sorry.
Okay. I'm going to give 1 bonus die to Froste. And I'm going to give 1 bonus die to JT.
Ooh. I've always wanted one of those. Thank you.
So Clay is going to, after that, we have the tickets. He's just going to say, so before we bed down for the night, I'm assuming some of us are going to sleep. He looks over at Eldridge, knowing that Eldridge is probably going to be up all night reading books. Do we think
I would
we
bother
got
to look back at you, but I'm reading a book.
Do we think that we are going to need to stake the place out all day tomorrow? Or do we have other things that we need to accomplish? Because supposedly this is going to happen.
Well, the way I look at it, old boy, the most important thing is the most important thing. Unless there's something else important, we should definitely put the the bulk of our efforts into that one thing, don't you think? I was starting to sound like someone else there for a moment, and I backed away from it real quick.
You
There
didn't
you
go
go.
over the edge.
I got the poll running. So if Chrysanth, you can put the poll in kick. Did Mort get robbed? Option 1, yes, Camille's fault. 2, the redhead did it. Hashtag Mort is innocent. Option 3 is only cause no Jimmy time, and then option 4 is Sevvy's fault. Duh.
Nice.
Something's wrong when a poll doesn't blame Marudai in every one of the categories.
Rigged. I want to hear Moss say hot symbol again, or whatever he said.
Heart symbol.
It's just like
Get the hot symbol.
Heart
Wow.
symbols. Get your heart symbols here.
I like it.
But strata.
Okay, yeah. Well, then it sounds like that's what we're going to have to do. I just feel like there's something else that we're going to be missing here with the murder, but we couldn't find anything else, and that table disturbed me.
No, because
If
I mean,
you
I
want,
think what we found out on the murder is just that they. I don't remember. I don't think we got much.
No, and the thing that disturbed Clay the most was the table again, because we've seen things sort of like that, like in the ship's hold, and
Oh yeah.
it bothers me quite a bit.
If you
They seem to be everywhere.
if you're trying to fish through your memory for clues,
Yes.
you are able to give me an idea roll if you'd like.
Gonna do it, and I'm gonna use one of those fabulous new Eureka points that I got. Idea roll. Hey, it's a good thing I used it.
Nice.
I
Okay.
will do it too, just for the hell of it.
Okay. Even though he succeeded, but that's good.
Yes,
I like
but what if I get a really good success and I get nothing for it? That will make me happy, Moss.
It'll go in bingo.
Well, I certainly didn't, so you go right ahead, sir.
You, my friend, have blanked.
I was reading a book.
Mind farted. However, Clay, you seem to recall the name which was on the crates inside the warehouse, which was
Motor work.
yep, Flavio Machine Parts.
And that was the warehouse that we found the stuff in. It belonged to those people.
Correct. You're asking if you would assume that the warehouse belongs to the people who had that brand on the crates.
Exactly. Yep.
It's me, Flavio.
Is there anything else to be gained by investigating the motorworks tomorrow morning?
You would guess that you had.
Communists.
You would guess that you had probably exhausted all the clues through there, but I would bring to mind. Let me get this back up here. Let's see. Where are you at?
We're getting digging deep here, chat. We're finding all the clues in the cobwebby recesses of our brains.
Moss, how do I regain sanity, by the way?
They are either rewarded at the end of scenarios. You can have somebody perform a successful psychoanalysis on you.
I might be able to do
there's a
that
couple
for
different
you.
ways.
I have. Never mind. Psychoanalysis I have is 1. I could still
No.
At the
Let me do it. I'm the intern.
At the remembrance of the name of Flavio, your mind is transitioned back to this handout which you were given previously.
Okay. So he was the one that everybody's like, made a complete recovery, was the life of the party. So this was that guy. Okay. So, okay, this is what has been nagging me, because I was like, they did something really specific here, and I think this is what it was. I think that when they switched someone, I think they may have stolen this person's visage.
Ooh, they've gotten Flavio, did they?
Yes, because that's why he made a miraculous recovery.
Yes.
Because that was the thing that we said, most people don't really recover at this point from tuberculosis. So like, yay, I'm better.
Tuberculosis, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I just yeeted it off the cliff. I'm fine now.
That's right, you're right. So the newspaper clipping says he was a welcome face. He had been unwell in the recent months due to tuberculosis. I'm assuming tuberculosis at that time was not something that could be fixed or cured.
Not easily.
It was clearly a much serious complaint. He made a full recovery and was the life of the party. This kind of, you're right. This is kind of like similar to what we saw when we were on the boat, right? With the guy.
Drunken fat man
Yeah,
and no longer drunken fat man.
Yeah.
Taft, wasn't it?
The
Yes.
company were
He did have a
entertained.
name, you're right.
The company were entertained by selections from the week's opera Aida, as performed by the members of the cast. Does this mean that the woman we were looking for was also there, or just her other cast members?
It was just. You would guess that it was just the other cast members.
Do you think these other people's names here are of somewhat importance, or they're in on it, or this Rosario Sorbello person?
I think we should talk to them tomorrow at the theater,
Yeah. Tochi, Serenity, Susco.
and maybe we'll be lucky enough to see Flavio there.
Right.
Or Flavio.
And just as a reminder, also, you were reminded, or you were informed by Mort just yesterday, that the theater is actually closed to the public until showtime.
Except, I
Wait.
thought there was a way through the side, wasn't there?
Yes, he did tell you that there was a stage door in the rear.
Yep.
Who
Of course he would.
Who has the highest charm of the party? Is it Clay?
The best part
That's
about that
funny.
is, he's really charming because he puts on a great veneer of civility to people. He has a 72 in it. So,
Okay,
Which
just
one is-
because of
Which
this
charm?
we could.
undersea.
Yeah.
Under what?
See, charm. It's after
Sorry, you almost made me
archaeology.
spit out my alcohol.
Oh, it's one of
here.
those things.
Yeah, I have a 19 on it. So, because we could try to charm our way in and just say, hey, we're trying to find out what happened to the star. We want to talk to some of her co-stars who might know her better to get a better idea of who she is, and just charm our way in before the opera
So,
starts.
just- I have a charm of 27.
I have about as much charm as I have.
So, sounds like Clay is going to have to talk to some people.
Yes.
He's not as good at persuading. He's good at charming.
Okay,
Now,
you-
persuade, I think, is something you're better at.
Yeah, I have 96 in persuade. So I think you charm
Yeah.
or persuade.
We can try this. He's like, okay, I'm going to have a drink before we go then tomorrow, too.
Well, if all else fails, I can intimidate them.
Yeah.
I'll sick my dog Jimmy on them. He'll
Clay
drive
just
anyone
turns
crazy.
and looks and says, if we're talking
Arf,
about
arf, Mr.
intimidating,
G.
I think I could do that pretty well.
Yes, but there's no fun in that. You'll just break people's faces. I would like to sick the dog on them.
Oh, no, he has a 96 in Intimidate.
Which
It's part of
dog?
his military training.
Just growls.
The girl, the one who slapped people.
Yeah.
By the way, did any remember that I actually have a 36 in Cthulhu Mythos?
No, I did not remember that.
It can never
I
change.
didn't remember it either until I saw this stuff.
Well, I think
Yeah,
this
Clay is
sounds.
good cop and bad cop. You're right.
I think this sounds like a really good plan for tomorrow. We can definitely do it before they open. In any event, they can't open without her unless they have an understudy, which might be good to talk to anyway.
Right.
Maybe that's Rosario Sorbello.
I just want to put this out there too. I have an intimidate of 15.
Okay.
So do I.
Nice.
Get him.
My intimidation is 90.
Grr.
You stop that now.
I'll give you such a pinch.
A pinch it is.
All right. Clay's just gonna stand up and start taking his shirt off and say, "All right, everybody should probably go to bed."
Oh,
Is
36.
the place? No, I have to go pick up my gun and the licenses. If anybody wants to come with me, they can. Otherwise, I will go alone. And then, is the place that the aria needs to be saying that? Is it the theater? Or it has to be a different place, Moss?
It's in the theater.
It's in the theater.
Okay, all right. So I'll just go pick up my guns. And I'll be back.
I'll come with you, Miss Camellia.
Awesome. Let's go, Jimmy.
Are you cheating on me, Ginny? Just kidding.
Jimmy's just grateful for a chance to get away from India.
Wow.
India was gonna say, "I'm coming soon."
India
Jimmy's
could
just
come.
like,
He's in trouble.
I don't have enough teeth for the rest of this trip.
Is it? I don't got
right.
much teeth left.
So we can fast forward a little bit. It's not quite 11 o'clock just yet, but we can fast forward a little bit to later on in the evening. Would you choose to arrive early, late,
Just on time.
exactly on time? Okay.
Exactly on time.
All right. So you all make your way, and it's just Camellia and Jimmy, correct?
Correct. Unless
Okay.
India, you want to come.
Yeah, I'll come. I'll come for the hangs. What was that snicker about?
I have no idea.
I'm scared.
Jimmy's sitting there gesticulating at her. No. And then once India spots him, he's trying to look nonchalant.
All right, so Jimmy, India, and Camellia, you all make your way to the Portello. And when you arrive precisely at your meeting spot at 11 p.m. And the manufacturing district of the Portello is desolate at this time of night, with only a few light posts to illuminate portions of the area. The empty warehouses, I don't know what I was typing here. So, but the empty warehouses kind of scatter around, and you're in almost like a culvert area. And you see what looks to be a Citroen B Torpedo, which is a very nice French car, pull up, and you see Marabella steps out, accompanied by two very large men. And you see another vehicle pull up just behind her, and four more men, all dressed in fine jackets and fedoras or flat caps, all of them armed to the teeth. Each of them look to be armed with machine guns, MP-18s to be specific. And Marabella gets out, and she stands next to the car. I forget, you had not paid her yet.
Nope, she wanted
Correct.
me to pay her at this time. And I did tell the cast that if you wanted a fake license, that you had to give me 100 lira, is it more? For me to
Yes,
pay for them.
Or no,
So-
it was, I think it was 100 US dollars, so it would have
Okay,
been
yeah.
another 500
Yeah.
lira.
So 100 US dollars. So JT said he wanted a fake license. Clay doesn't need them. So Jimmy, if you need one, I need $100 from you.
How about 720 francs?
Oh man, what was
Just
it?
stay
It was
sure.
$1. It was 72 francs per dollar.
A pound is $5.72 francs. So 72 francs is $5. So 720 francs is $50.
$50.
Oh
Your math.
boy. Well,
You are not the math genius you
I'll
purport
grab your
yourself to be.
money
Sir.
and spot you $50, and then you owe me $50. And then India, if you want your fake forged license, then I'll need $100 from you.
Okay, here you go.
Okay. So just make sure to deduct it from your inventory, and I will walk towards Maribella. I will say good evening.
Okay. You see one of the guards that stands in front of her. As soon as you start walking, he holds his hand up in front of you as if to signal to stop. You see she kind of gives a little head nod, and he walks around to the back of the Citroen and opens up the trunk and pulls out a case. and walks over to you and holds out his hand as if expecting payment.
I'll give them the money for my gun and then the money for the fake forged licenses. So 1,
Okay.
3, 4.
So he opens it up, inspects the inventory, makes sure it's all there, closes up the case, and hands you your inventory.
All right, thank you. I do have a request. If I can make one of you.
Make it quick. You
Yep.
hear Marabella say from the other side.
The Italian security confiscated my Tommy gun. I'm wondering if it's possible for you guys to retrieve it and put it back on the train in a stealth way when we go out, so I can have it on my way out.
What you are asking for us to do is very dangerous.
I understand.
Go ahead and make a, I guess make a persuasion roll,
My favorite.
or I would say you could do probably a credit rating roll as well if you want.
Alright, well my persuasion is 96 and my credit rating is 70. Which one would you prefer?
I'll take either one.
Okay, so I'll do persuasion and I'll do a bonus die. Alright, I basically got a 33. First, my hard success is 48, extreme success is 19, so I got a hard success.
Okay. She says, we will do this one pro bono, but we do expect you to cover the cost of the bribes.
Of course.
It's, I think we can persuade the polizia for 200 lira.
Okay. How much is that in dollars?
That'd be about $50.
Okay, I'll pay
No,
it.
that ain't right. It's what was it again, Frost? It was like 5 lira to $1, so it's like $40.
Yeah, I think it's 5 to 1.
I will give her $50 for the trouble.
You see her minion grabs the money and walks back over to Marabella. She looks at the money and makes sure it's all there. She says, "It was a pleasure doing business with you. Give my regards to the family."
Will do. Thank you. And I'll walk away.
All right. So with that, you have got all of your possessions there.
Yep.
Let's see.
So once I get to
Yeah,
the
that went
hotel, I will.
about as smoothly as I could have expected.
Once I get to the hotel, I'll give the forge license to
That guy.
Gore, to Jimmy, and to India Maria, so they have their forge licenses.
Yay!
Okay. While you're on your way back to the hotel, you actually hear the sound of singing.
What? You guys hear that?
Well, it's not me.
We should investigate.
What?
If you want, you can give me a listen roll for those of you who hear it.
My listening is incredible, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll that.
Are you sure you listened to more?
Yes, I got 40.
I know, that's why it was so
40
awesome.
is a
Extreme
hard success. Oh my god,
say it was
Jimmy got an
extreme success.
extreme success.
Damn. Okay.
Let's
So-
see. Because
He didn't say it was tempered. He just said it was incredible.
Oh man.
Well, you can the sound of singing. However, Camellia and Jimmy, you specifically recognize the sound of this voice as, and this Sirenscape doesn't make any sense. I will fix that as soon as I can. But you specifically hear the sound of Aida and the particular voice of Caterina Cavallaro, echoing down the streets.
Golly, that sounds like them birds we were supposed to be looking for.
Birds.
Is there a phone nearby? Are they pay phones in this day and age?
Term I learned from Mort.
That's a good question. I don't think so.
Google time. Google. When were payphones invented? In 1889. Well, no, hold on. That was the first phone. The first payphone was invented. No, yeah, the first payphone.
1889 in Hartford,
1889.
Connecticut. So I would say probably you could probably assume that there were some payphones around.
I'll go to. Can I go to a payphone and quickly call Clay?
Yeah, you can call the hotel and call up to his room. Yeah.
Okay. Ring, ring.
By the way, are we in the hotel together?
Yes.
As you're calling?
Yeah.
As the phone is ringing, I'm like, oh boy, do you think you can ring the help and get us some bread rolls in here? I'm quite famished.
He's just gonna
That's for your bingo cards, folks.
Yes. He's
Clay,
very gruff.
Now you see
We
what
found.
you see what Jimmy has to put up with.
Catalina.
Wait. Huh? What?
I
I just look over at Eldritch. I think they found the woman we're looking for.
get Gore and meet us at this address. I'll tell them what intersection we're in.
Well, they do seem to have that sort of stupid kind of luck, don't they?
Here, he's just gonna pull out a pistol and hand it to him.
Thank you, sir.
First,
And then you'll hear a voice. This call was made on collect. Press 1 to insert your credit card or to write down
They
your
have
credit
those?
card number. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't think they have credit cards.
I was just to say.
I'll wire it to you. Click.
I was just
Oh,
kidding.
Rita's saying some strange.
Hold on,
things.
let me get my cell phone. I'll
Let me use
Venmo
my
it over.
Apple Pay. Hold on. There.
Exactly. You can't pay that.
Hello,
Way.
You said we have our inventory back, right? That includes our hardware.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. Are you talking about what was confiscated from you?
Yeah, because I had a 45. Do I not have that
no.
anymore?
Not yet. No. So basically, the deal that was
shucks.
made is that the Milan chapter of the mob would try to bribe the Polizia in Milan to try and get that weaponry back and put it back on the train.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And they got me a gun, but I didn't ask a gun for you. When that happened, I just assumed everybody had it.
Yep. And Clay he had his 245s that he normally keeps in his holsters under here. He's given one to Gore.
Well, you were also holding one for me, the one that was usually mine as well.
That was the one that he actually had in. Oh, actually, he was hiding that. You're right.
Yeah.
So I do have 3. Okay, so he has both of his.
So those voices we heard, they're where exactly? Where? I'm sorry, I missed that part.
So basically, what you can hear is just the sound of this soprano voice echoing through the streets. And you can you look around and you can see other windows popping open and people sticking their heads out and listening.
Can we pinpoint where that's coming from?
Yeah. I mean, we can probably move towards the sound, right?
Yeah, you can move towards where you think the sound is coming from. I would say go ahead and give me either a track or navigate roll to see if you can find out where this is at. Are you all waiting for the rest of the party to get there?
Yeah, we are.
Sure.
Okay.
So
Well,
track or
maybe-
navigate.
Maybe I'll just sort of, from where I'm standing, see if I can pinpoint where they're at, or at least the direction where it's coming from. So I'll go ahead and roll track for that. I'll use a Eureka point. Oh no. Jimmy points at the ground. I think it's this way.
I will do it too. I'll use a bonus die. See, track and navigate are both a 10, so it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna click on track. Wish me luck. Nope. Fuck, got a 95
Oh,
of both.
wow.
Damn it.
That's incredible.
Who is this person?
I don't know, man.
I know, seriously. What? This is not good.
Check her skin. She might have been replaced.
Put the red wig back on. The simps are
Wait,
upset.
check her hair. I was gonna say,
The simp gods are upset.
put the wig back on.
They don't recognize you.
It's time to put my.
You okay, buddy?
Okay, so strangely, this voice is just continuing to echo through the streets of Milan. By the time you all make it to each other, you hear it kind of fading away. It is getting to the end of the Aida. So, did anybody succeed? Let's see. No. India, did you want to go ahead and make a either navigate or track roll? And anybody else? Anybody else who wants to try it as well.
A navigate or a track roll. Let me look for that real quick.
1-800 select remains operational.
Does it now?
Is track a thing?
Yep, there's track
it's
and
a
there's
skill.
navigate.
It's at the very. It's the
Track is
last
at the
one.
very bottom.
I mean, I've been lucky with these
Found
rolls.
it.
Something could happen, right?
88.
Dang it! I am just like
You
not
know,
good.
like pulling the die and making it roll. That would be one of them.
There you go.
Can I use navigate as two, Moss?
Fuck.
No, you can only use one
I'm
of
going to
you
attempt to
can-
navigate
Okay.
with a bonus die because I got that lovely bonus die. I have almost no skill in it, but we're going to try. We're going to hope beyond hope.
Okay.
Gandalf rune.
Yes.
Please do it.
Ah, dang.
What
Well,
happens
failed.
if you push a tracking roll? I mean, I get lost. I'm in the car with him.
I would say probably I'll come up with some sort of a punishment if you fail it.
Oh my god, no.
I don't like being punished.
Yeah, you might track the wrong thing. Or other people might show up
Oh,
instead.
don't give him ideas, Sevvy. Hush.
No, that's what Chet said.
Don't give him ideas, Chad. Hush.
Chrysanta's a death tracker. Don't listen to her. Shh.
Oh, wait, I do have track. Let me try track. I'm gonna die. Oh, why are you over there, you stupid dice? Get in the hole. Look at that. I'm the worst.
Yes.
The worst.
Yes, you are.
So
You
we
are the
do not locate it.
Yeah, at this point, you wander the streets of Milan trying to locate the source of this voice, and it's cacophonous. It almost seems like it surrounds you.
Can I argue for a luck roll to just gonna see if we can get lucky?
You know what? Sure.
Yes.
I'll allow that, but
Clay
I'm
is
gonna
literally-
ask for a hard luck roll since
there you go.
since you've already failed one check.
Clay is just closing his eyes because remembering how everything felt strange in the Dreamlands, he's just going to be just kind of.
Yes!
Uh-oh.
I got a 22! Yes, hard
Hard
success!
success.
Let's go! Finally!
There she
Let's
is.
go!
All right.
Speaking of going, there went my hearing.
Yeah, I know. There goes my hearing. My eardrums blew out.
Hey, that'll clear your head out though.
It's making it worse.
Oh,
I have
no.
a ringing in my ear.
So as you all are
Yes.
as trying to track down the source of this song, you stumble down a peculiar alley. And as you move down the dim and narrow street, a dry scuttling sound attracts your attention. Go ahead and give me
Don't
a
love
spot
that.
hidden roll. I know you're going to succeed, but I had to ask for it.
Speaking of spot hidden rolls, Moss, when are we going to get a spot internet roll?
I should have an update, but I don't say anything because you know I'm.
I got a hard success.
Regular success.
The reason why I was reminded of it, Moss, is because you're roboting quite a bit.
Oh yeah. I will continue to robot ideally for the next week. So we'll see.
and
But I'm not going to say that. I would not say that because my luck is terrible. So with your hard success, you actually trace the sound of the scuttling. It looks like kind of prowling around some garbage cans. You see a small creature, a chameleon, lurking in the shadows.
Chameleon.
Oh, no.
That. Oh well, we were.
Are we there?
We know
Or is
that.
that them?
Yes. No.
You all are together.
Yeah, we're all
Oh,
together.
We're together.
I got a regular success, so
I'll
I've
point-
spotted two.
I'll point the chameleon to Clay and Gore, and I will say, is that the thing that transformed into a human?
Or climbed up the back of the person.
Or
Not
something.
sure. It's scuttling. Is it scuttling into a building? Did it go into like a mouse hole, or is it hiding behind the cans? What is it doing?
Are you saying that chupacabra thing is here?
It's actually, it looks like it's actually eating some dead moths and butterflies.
Well, at least there's a small appetite.
Okay, well, there's the moths or butterflies again.
Some kind of Komodo dragon.
Does this? It's next to a specific, like, the back of a building in an alley. You said.
It's just in an alley.
You did say moth and butterflies, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's an old superstition that moths and butterflies come flying out of the dead. And if this thing is eating them,
I tell you
I'm
what,
very
I'd like to
curious,
study this creature.
you go right
Jimmy's
ahead and
gonna
do
get
that,
close.
Jimmy. I'll stand
Jimmy's
back
gonna get
here while
closer.
you learn.
Oh, okay. That's what Clay was gonna do, but Jimmy just kind of.
Does the
I'm gonna
chameleon?
back up.
Does the chameleon look like it belongs to a particular house or something like that? Like,
You look at the chameleon. It's not wearing like a collar or a name tag or anything. It's just a chameleon.
Moss, when they get past me to go forward, I start moving backwards.
Okay. And you see, as you approach this chameleon, the skin splits, it erupts and engorges. I'm just kidding. No, it's just.
That would have been funny. How many
like a
Eureka
regular
points
chameleon?
do I have to pay for that to happen, Moss?
I could come up with something. But that would drive a wrench through. That would put a stick in the spokes of the bicycle of this narrative. So,
Fine.
He's still
I
thinking
guess
about no.
just a science roll, perhaps.
what are you trying to figure out?
Jimmy's just trying to study it. He's a curious lad. He's curious about the world.
Okay, natural world, I would say.
Okay. Let's see.
Small
Natural
world.
There it is. And you know, because that's so low, I'm gonna give that
I'll say, hope you
boost that with a
my
Eureka
10.
point. Nope. Well, okay, no, yeah, just 1 point over. In fact.
I see no roll. Oh, there it is. Sort of.
Oh, that's a fail.
Would you like to spend 8 of your
spend
47
8?
luck to succeed?
You know what? Yeah.
Do it.
All right.
The more luck you spend, the more likely you are to increase it.
That's a great way of looking at it. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
That
You
is
gotta
a
spend luck
way.
to make luck.
Glass
That is
half
a
full.
way. Take luck.
Okay. So yeah, I spend 8 of my 47 luck.
Okay. So you know that chameleons are noted for being able to change the tone and hues of their skin to blend in with their environments. They also have a very fast tongue, which is able to prick flying insects out of the air.
Oh, golly, Mr. G, science sure is great.
Oh, go on, boy.
This
Science.
Is there anything
I
in
don't
particular you would like to know about chameleons?
well, actually, is the shot in the dark here? The singing is not coming from the chameleon, correct?
Based on that natural world roll, you would guess that chameleons are not capable of making that kind of vocalization.
Cleo boy, you wouldn't even have a silence on you, would you?
What the heck?
A karma chameleon.
I-
No, I don't.
Well, that's a shame.
Well, I would assume that chameleons are not native to this place, so this must belong to somebody. And I'm gonna try to pick it up.
Oh,
You see, as you go down to pick it up, it finishes off what was left of a moth, and you see it slowly puts its foot on your hand and begins climbing its way up your arm. and you notice that you don't feel its footsteps as your left arm is just tingling, pins and needles.
That the same arm?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting that funny feeling again, gang.
But just be clear, what funny feeling? Which one?
Someone did it
One
knock
we
out your
first
teeth.
Found. No, it ain't the feeling like when I'm around Miss India. It's when we found that arm.
Okay. Yeah, look at his arm.
To be fair,
I can still move it, right?
yeah, you can still move it, but this has been a consistent numbness and
Okay, so it's not
feeling.
not anew.
Yeah, this isn't
okay.
new, but this is, you know, you haven't really interacted with much with it, and
Oh, so the feeling never came
This-
back.
Oh,
Oh, geez. Okay.
feeling never came back.
I'm sorry, wait. He hasn't had feeling in his arm for weeks? Oh, I'm sure he's had a lot of use of it.
This, hello, howdy there, stranger.
Feels like you beat me to it.
Favorite book. What's your favorite book? All right.
Oh my
Stranger in a strange hand.
So this thing is climbing up his arm just slowly, like chameleons do, then I'm assuming.
Mhm.
Clay is gonna look. Is there a window nearby that it could have come out of, or?
The windows nearby, you look around and there are windows in this alleyway that lead out with, you see there are clotheslines that go from window to window, all filled with sheets and clothes, but the windows from which they come are all closed.
So many innuendos, so little time.
You cold little fella? Jimmy's gonna tuck the lizard into his coat.
There's a fun fact from Daxi. They did actually mass produce and sell a, quote, Karma Chameleon home telephone after a popular TV advertisement.
This was very popular with the Rainbow Coalition.
Whee!
Or advert, as Daxi in his UK speech says. Not his freedom speech.
On the telly. I guess look around the rest of this alley to see if there's another way in to any specific building. I'm not sure. I can't
Are
really
there
track
any
a chameleon, I
cars
don't
in
think.
here that might be?
No, this alley is, you'd guess, is probably like 5 feet wide. It's not really wide enough to fit a car into. And you look around and you see it doesn't look like there are any doors in this alley.
Okay.
While they're looking ahead, I'm looking behind me, Moss, for anything hidden watching us or any sort of bad news on the horizon. Because I'm starting to get that feeling again, and I don't like it very much. So I will roll a spot hidden, if you will.
Yeah, go ahead.
Regular success, nothing special.
Okay. As you kind of turn behind you and look back towards the street, you see out of the corner of your eye a faint mist gathering low towards the ground, and as soon as you make eye contact with it, it dissipates.
Okay, I'll take that as a success. Clay, old boy, can you hear me? You know our friend the mist thing?
Yes. He's looking at the ground during the alley now.
It's not here, but it was back over there. It is following us, and as soon as I made eye contact with it, it dissipated as usual.
And Clay is just kind of just slightly pushed past him towards the alley. Just no subtlety about it. Just stomping out to the end of the alley, looking to see if he can catch
Over
him.
that way, over that way.
And you look around and you see no sign of it.
It's fast. Do these buildings next to us have lights on in some of the upper floors and the doors or the windows?
Yeah, some of them do.
Okay. Well, if she's here singing, if they're done something to make her want to sing or requiring her to sing, she could be in any one of these buildings.
How do we get the fat lady to sing? Is the question.
She was rather
Gosh,
thin.
if only I could talk to
Yes,
animals.
this is a figure of speech, old boy.
Oh.
Well, maybe you try talking to the chameleon. Maybe he understands human speech.
So it's like if only I could talk to animals.
Well, you
Different
know.
game.
You won't know until you talk to every animal.
You know what? Screw it. Jimmy is going to try it. What do you think, little fella? You see anything suspicious?
And in the dim lantern light that emerges from one of the windows in the alleyway, you see its eyes looking 2 different directions, and then as you speak it focuses on you. And its tongue comes out and licks its eye. No response.
I don't think he saw anything, guys.
Clay is actually just going to go up to the nearest door and just bump, 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 bump.
Okay. You hear stomping come down, what sounds like comes down a set of stairs. And you hear in Italian, you speak, I keep forgetting, you do speak Italian.
Yeah.
You hear, who goes there? What do you want?
Was there? The 1800s Italy?
Yeah.
There we go. He comes out with a halberd and a big floppy hat, goofy pants.
Stay your business.
Clay just says, "I'm sorry to bother you so late at night, but did you just hear the singing?"
Yes, we heard it, but we don't know anything. You hear it shouted through the door.
Okay. Not inside your building then. Fine.
No, it was
Is this your
outside.
chameleon?
Speak Italian. Do you speak Italian, Jimmy?
Is it this your
He
chameleon?
barely speaks Jimmy.
Hang on, I think Jimmy does.
Here,
I think Jimmy he does has like a smattering of Italian. Hang on, let me. German, Turkish, Spanish. Oh crap!
When you say
Well,
smattering,
you know,
you mean 1%?
Maybe. Hang on.
How do you say
No-
shit
no
in
Italian.
Italian?
No Italian.
No Italian.
You hear through the door. What is your American friend saying?
He's just asking if you and Clay's Italian is basic perfunctory Italian. He's not like fluent 100%, but he has the basics to get communication across in most conversations. He says, "Small animal, a lizard out here. He was wondering if it's yours, a chameleon."
Jimmy's gonna hold it up.
They
hear
can't
through
see
the
you
door.
through the door.
What kind of a person owns a lizard? Please, it's time for sleep. You know what time it is.
Why are you Indian all of a sudden?
And he just
Yeah.
turns and walks away from
It's
the door.
entertaining.
He has an identity crisis.
No, if I was being Indian, you would know.
he said, "Thank you, come again."
There you go. So yeah, he just steps away from the door and gets down onto the sidewalk and looks at the group.
Indalian.
What are you doing with the chameleon? Please get away from my door. Yeah!
That is not my
25
lizard
lira.
buddy.
Good eats.
I have to be up at 5 to Frosted Donuts.
Oh gosh.
The innuendos are
I thought you were gonna
nonstop
change
tonight.
the expiration dates on the donuts. Never mind.
I have to frost yesterday's donut.
Oh no!
I'm to frosted donuts. Oh boy.
Again.
That's what they do. They just put another layer of frosting on the donuts to make
There you go.
Oh
to make them
no.
not so stale.
Yay!
Well, you know, they said if you don't frost the donuts 12 times a month, you get prostate cancer.
That is what?
Wow.
Anyway,
Baking is healthy.
I could.
So, looking at the group, any other bright ideas? I could go knock on every door and upset every person in the city.
No.
You know, old boy, for a smart man, sometimes you are subtle as a brick.
He just looks at you.
Yeah, yes, I know.
Direct action. It's usually
yeah.
worked for me.
Yeah, I know how it works.
Well, I suppose we should do like our friend. He just gestures back at the door and go to asleep.
Go to sleep.
All right. So do you guys head back to the hotel?
Wait, we're not going to check the building where the thing was found.
That's right next to this building. You mean the chameleon? It was right there.
It's an alleyway, but there's
why?
a bunch of buildings, and we have no way of knowing.
I mean, Gadzooks. What in the world would bring a chameleon out here all by itself anyway? Someone must have left it.
You would guess that whatever probably was singing or whoever was singing is no longer here.
You know, Jimmy, old boy, here's a thought. Do you ever think they left it here specifically for you?
Well, gosh, it's not my birthday, and it's kind of an odd present to leave.
What if it's not a present?
Clay just looks at Camellia. It's like, I like his paranoia.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
You know, just for shits and giggles, I haven't tried tracking in this particular area yet. Maybe I can follow the tracks of whoever left this lizard behind.
Okay, you can try.
Let's do it.
Moss, old boy, I've never tried this before.
Oh, well, what the hell was that?
But what if I
there we
rolled
go. That's a fail.
my power to see if there's any sort of magics in the air that I recognize, and any way to, I don't know, see in which way they went. As I am building strength in these things.
You know, power is not necessarily like a detect magic skill, and I think when I allowed you to use it before, I was probably overstepping my bounds. So I would say probably not.
It was worth a shot. Dead end, folks. Jimmy, I'll be asking that you keep your lizard away from me for the time being.
Oh, he ain't gonna hurt nobody, Mr. G, especially not you. Ain't that right, little guy?
Well, you're sure as hell right about that, because I'm not getting near that damn thing.
You and India both.
Well, now we know the general area where she might be, but it looks like she stopped singing. So we're going back to the hotel, or are we already back at the hotel?
I think we have to head back to the hotel.
Non-test.
Pretty much
Non-test.
dead-ended here, I guess.
And as you make your way back to the hotel, the streets are relatively empty, except for a group of black shirts, which you see walking down the street, jeering at any passersby that may still be out on the street drunkenly, just yelling to the top of their lungs in Italian. And eventually they catch sight of you and they start jeering at you as you pass by. But it doesn't seem like they start anything. They don't seem to be overtly hostile, just overly confident. And eventually you make it back to the Grand Hotel. And
Definitely
are you all going to... Go ahead, sorry.
I was just saying, make sure the chameleon's tucked deeper in my pocket so the black shirts don't see it.
Okay. You would guess that they are probably so distracted with their drunkenness and just making a ruckus that they probably don't notice.
Jimmy would not guess that. He's definitely very protective of the lizard.
Oh, fair enough. Is it now your friend?
Yes.
George.
Chad is asking what is a black shirt.
So the black shirts were basically
Italian version of the
they were
brown.
Italian. They were Italian. I don't want to call them all thugs, but they were Italian nationalists that were very, very, very loyal to Mussolini when he rose to
Italian
power.
version of the brown shirts.
And they kind of designated themselves as order keepers.
Yep.
And Mussolini kind of just looked the other way at it.
Wow.
So you all make it back to the hotel. Right now it is about, you'd say probably 12:30-ish at night.
Okay.
You all going to bed?
I'm going to go to my room, lock the door, read my book. Stay the hell away
Okay.
from that lizard.
Clay is going to write for an hour or so and then go to bed.
Okay. Clay,
Jimmy's
if you
going
wanna
to try
give
to
me
figure out what chameleons eat.
Nice.
Clay, if you want to give me a
Jimmy's?
knowledge roll, at least you can try.
Sure,
See how
let's
quality
do
the
it.
Writing is.
Let's see if he gets anything good out of his pen. He's off by 1, so he's gonna not spend the luck. He's just gonna have an off night.
I don't mean to
Okay.
feel stupid to point this out to you, but you did see it eating butterflies and moss when you came upon
Yeah.
it, sir.
Don't know if that's his primary diet, Mr. G.
Yeah, but I mean, if he saw him eating them, he certainly doesn't dislike them, is my point.
I mean, you see a homeless man eating out of the garbage. Does that mean his main diet is garbage?
Yes.
All right. So then today
Okay,
is Monday, January
so-
15th, right?
Before you all
Mhm.
wake up, I would ask that Gore, go ahead and give me an intelligence roll.
Seem to be running out of that tonight. Hold on, I'm going to boost it because boosting is nice. Wata! Come on, bitch. Regular success.
Regular success? Okay. Well, that's okay because during your readings, you actually come across a passage.
Ooh.
A passage talking about the transfer of young, living, healthy hearts, lungs, intestines, stomachs from one owner into another person.
To give them more
Anyways.
vitality.
Basically, the passage talks about transferring organs from one person to another, swapping them, if you will.
Yes.
And there is a description of the ritual. It says a paste is made of blood from both participants mixed with a little chameleon saliva. Then donor, receiver, and caster are surrounded by a group who link hands and recite an ancient poem. Their words direct from them. Let's see, a certain amount of energy, a certain amount of magical essence of those of those who are learned in the practice. This energy keeps the subject alive during the organ movement. Using the paste, the spellcaster draws a symbol of the organ to be transferred on the respective chests of the participants. After an hour of meditation and visualization, the caster delves his or her hand into the donor body where the lines are marked, pinching off major vessels and connecting tubes between thumb and forefinger. The organ is lifted out and placed on a circular stone table. This is repeated for the other person. Then the parts are installed in their new bodies and sewn into place.
Sewn into place.
So I guess we know how that guy recovered. Well, you know how that guy
Well, I was
recovered.
saying, who's this we?
Well, we know things. We know it. Our characters don't know it because you never share anything.
I share
Monster.
things. Well, see,
Monster.
I was just coming to share things, and then these insults are hurled at me out of character.
Oh, you don't know any insults. I kept those to myself. Ha! Oh, yeah, exactly. Clay's just thinking things in his dream.
Mm-hmm. Are you sleeping?
It depends on how late that happened because he was writing for an hour or two.
I wait until Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Thank you, Chameleon, for $19.99. Keep me safe, Jimmy. I can be your friend. Take this as a piece of my goodwill.
I wait until I hear Clay snore because he's big and grumpy, and I'm sure he snores. And I start banging on his door hurriedly.
He will wake up abruptly, assuming that everything's on fire, and grab a gun and open the door.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I wake you, old boy?
He's just gonna look out. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. What a shame. I didn't mean to wake you, but there's some urgent information I have stumbled upon. Maybe we should go wake the ladies and then, well, maybe we'll let Jimmy sleep, huh?
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me that Jimmy was dead or something because the chameleon ate him.
Well, I mean, he might be dead by now, but who knows?
Yeah, he'll just head on out, in his traditional clay sleeping gear, he's wearing boxers at the moment, and he is just going to walk down to the girls' doors and just knock on them and attempt to wake them up.
Yeah,
It's Clay.
I'll wake up.
Well,
I'll say okay, I'll be right there. I'll just quickly get dressed and then open the door.
And he's gonna go down and wake Jimmy up anyway.
this better have been important.
Blame Eldridge.
I mean, even if it was important, you probably wouldn't understand it anyway, but I figured you might want to be here for this.
And I don't know if Jimmy wakes up, but he knocks on the door and says, "Come down to the room. We have something to discuss."
Yeah. Do
me a favor, Jimmy, old boy. Leave your little fellow in the room, would you?
That's a good question, Sassy Witch.
Yeah, is Eldritch dressed?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to show off my huge member in front of these fools.
That's true.
I don't want to embarrass them with this girth.
I don't want to see it either.
Clay does not share your civilized notions of propriety.
I mean, Clay better be wearing some extra long boxer shorts because
Normal boxer shorts.
that monster can flop out at any second. I'm just saying.
Ew.
Not his concern.
Avert
their eyes, mortals.
Okay, Mr. Gump, I gotta go see my friends. You wait here.
So anyway, yeah.
He's gonna leave the
Mr.
chameleon on a warm spot where he had been sleeping and go join the others.
Well, as I was reading this evening, something fortuitously came to mind, or came into my vision, about our current situation here with this little Jimmy's friend, and where we stand at the moment. I believe they were performing some sort of ritual, which is some sort of organ transferal ritual. I know you won't believe this, Jimmy, because these sort of things don't go well with your slow mind, but do try to keep up and listen to what I'm saying, would you? So, they use the chameleon's saliva to somehow bolster or magically help with this ritual that where they take, I'm assuming, of course, I don't know if this is right or not, Moss, because you didn't say if they were younger or older, whatever, but I'm assuming. Where they take the organs from a young person and transfer them to another person who's probably older, like one of us. And then I believe that gives them some sort of newfound vitality. Maybe that's what they were doing. And then there's like, some sort of chanting or something like that goes along with it. I don't know the actual words. They did not tell me what they were, but
So this is what they did to Conti, to Flavio.
I mean, why else would we find a chameleon in the middle of Italy amongst all the other things that seem to add up to what I'm finding in this book, sir?
So basically, the mechanic that was killed, they took the organs and gave them to Flavio.
I don't know, because wasn't Flavio stabbed to death? I mean,
Flavio wasn't. The other
Flavio's alive.
Oh, well, what I'm saying is, well, maybe they killed him, I don't know. But there's some sort of magic involved where they can pinch off the organs with their hands to stop them, I guess, from bleeding, and they pull one out, and then they do the same thing to themselves and pull that one out, and then they swap them. So I don't know if the other person dies or not. I would assume they would get rid of them at the end, for the sake of, appearances and loose ends and whatnot. But apparently that might be what they're doing.
And since you told us kind of what that did, it sounds like they use their power to keep that person alive while it's happening, and then I'm assuming once the power is withdrawn.
That's what I'm saying. They probably dissipate, dispatch them.
And since we don't know the state of the young man's body, well, I think we can believe that we understand why Flavio is recovered, and also that he's part of this group. All right, that's important. I hate to say it, but I wish we had someone who knew all these interesting magical things on our side right now.
Well, I am studying up on it, but these tomes and books I have not been able to procure. If you know anywhere where we can get some, do share. I will do my best to figure it all out.
Because we're in Milan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are they any... Well, I would suggest maybe the church, the convent of Santa Maria. Maybe the priests there might have information on the occult.
Here's the thing. We seem to be 2 steps behind them at every turn, and we have no one on the inside that can help. What if we need to find a way where one of us can get maybe inside and maybe learn some of their secrets, and maybe pretend to be one of them so we could find out what's really going on?
Arena...
Just how would we do such a thing is the question.
I have no conception of that, but we used to be, well, I feel like years behind them, so we're gaining ground.
We're definitely gaining ground, but we're still far enough behind that we don't know what their true motives are or where they're going to be next, and they keep bodies keep falling, as they say, dropping.
Yeah. Right. How much we can know about that. Would the University of Milan have books on the occult?
The University of Milan is currently under construction.
Dang it.
But I mean the library too?
So yes, so you would know, let me pull this up here. If you're wanting to do any research in Milan, there's a couple places you can go. The Pinacoteca Ambrosiana, la Biblioteca del Capitolo Metropolitano di Milano, or Biblioteca Nazionale Bredance.
Stop impressing yourself with your words, Moss.
I'm impressed.
So
I had to do something because my French was so terrible. So I was waiting for France to be over.
So there are 3 libraries that we could go to.
Well, other than libraries, Moss, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is there any philanthropists that we can find that maybe have some private collections that are a bit more useful?
Actually,
nobody like that philanthropist? Come on, man. On the spot.
I liked it.
Boom,
I liked
boom,
it.
that's out of nowhere.
So the Biblioteca
If I had a rim shot, I would give you one.
Metropolitano di Milano, which is the longest library name I've ever heard.
I can't find it.
What the heck? My ears.
So you know that the after a little bit of, I guess, research, you would find that the one that I just said, the one that's like 6 words long, is closest to the Piazza del Duomo, and it's sort of a private collection. You would need to have at least some sort of credentials, or you need to be an Italian citizen with academic credentials to get in.
Interesting.
But it's pretty close to the Cathedral il Duomo and the Galleria.
How do we go about procuring credentials? Is it like a credit rating type of thing that we need to do?
So in game terms, you would guess that you'd probably need to roll a successful credit rating to gain access to this library.
Okay. We'll just do that then.
Specifically, a hard credit rating.
Okay, we'll just do that then.
Okay.
Yes, Chrysanth, I am showing off. Sue me.
Bam! I know what we're going to be doing tomorrow morning then.
Yeah. I think that
Because
works.
tomorrow's Monday, you said, right?
Yeah, today is Monday, January 5th.
Or I guess it's already flipped over to Monday, didn't it? Yeah.
Digging a hole for a chameleon.
I know you don't mean that, Mr. G.
Well, you don't clearly know how to take care of it, so it's probably going to die or eat you, one or the other.
Mr. Gump would
January
never do
15th.
that to me.
Oh, that's what Johnny said about Mittens, and then he died, and then Mittens had quite the meal, Jimmy.
Your credit rating is a 10.
Yeah,
He's an intern.
I got bad credit.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure Clay will pay for it. You're welcome, Chet.
Throwing lira everywhere. All right. Well, anybody who doesn't want to get an eyeful probably needs to go to bed.
Yeah, I'll go back to bed with that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I better get to bed before my chameleon tries to get a grip on it.
All right. So you all make your way to your beds. You sleep just fine, if not a little bit too short. But you wake up in the morning, and lucky you, there are free Cheerios in the lobby for you.
Continental
Cheerios.
breakfast. Yes.
Yeah. Or there is a very nice restaurant at which you could buy breakfast.
I feel like that
I
guy
gotta
in the
fact
Key and
check
Peele
that.
skit who was oohing and eyeing about the continental breakfast and being like, oh, free and Fruit Loops and stuff. Yeah. I think food that we pay for is order of the morning because we're going to have a very busy day. So we need to feed ourselves well.
Okay, so there
Besides,
definitely are
Cheerios are-
not any. There not any Cheerios weren't invented yet.
Yes, and even if they were, Cheerios are for the help.
Oatmeal.
May 2nd, 1945.
Chameleon says, "Sleep tight, Jimmy."
I'll watch over you.
All right. So you all wake up, and the breakfast is made to order, so you could have pretty much whatever you want, so long as it's available. And
I'll have
Your
chameleon and eggs.
Eggs,
I mean,
protein, coffee.
eggs and eggs.
Eggs with lots of ketchup.
you all eat your fill, and you are ready to go for the day. So,
What is the name again, so you can show off the specific place? Is it Nacional one?
As
Or-
soon-
Biblioteca Metropolitano de Milano.
Oh, that one.
Blah,
Okay.
blah, 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 blah.
oh, now you had to ask me again because
Because you closed it.
because I closed that window. Hold on.
Perfect.
That place.
The Biblioteca del Capitolo Metropolitano de Milano.
What? What are you
Exactly.
saying?
Laka, block.
Metropolitan Library.
Y'all.
The Metropolitan Library, the Capital Metropolitan Library of Milan.
Yeah, it's the Met of Milan. There we go. Done.
There you go.
All right. I guess we can see if we can gain entrance for everyone while we're full.
So just to kind of set the scene here, you all pass through. You make your way down the street, and let me set the scene here. Hold on.
Exactly, Circus. I'm sure that's exactly what happened.
Sirenscape is loading very slowly.
Jimmy talks about having a family back home. No, they're gone.
They're dead. Don't worry about them.
No, Tristan, not
what-
real
what?
Italian. I'm not hearing enough swearing.
A bippity boppity. A fuckhead. Move out of the way.
Son of
All right,
a... You gotta
so-
do the hand gesture. Son of a...
You son of a bitch.
There you go.
Okay, so
Motherfucker.
Mario, pizza, pasta, vafangul.
all right, so you make your way down the street, and as you do, you find it easiest, the shortest route to pass through the Galleria Vittorio Emanuele.
I don't know if you know
Which
this,
is
Moss, but
this-
there's a tractor running over our faces right now.
Yeah, it's a big tractor. This is International Harvester.
Nice.
And you can see this is kind of a large plaza, collection of stores, shop fronts, restaurants, and some hotels even, all in a kind of a crucifix type layout with a glass domed ceiling over the top. You can see that this place is absolutely busy beyond all get out as people hustle and bustle about, taking shopping bags, sipping on coffee in the restaurants. And you make your way through there to the other side where you can see the Cathedral il Duomo.
You know, old boy, it seems these Italians are really trying to make up for killing Jesus, aren't they?
What the?
Yeah, and
Oh
you
my
see
gosh.
this magnificent structure of a cathedral, and you pass in front of it, and you can see what looks to be a sign sporting the name of the library, which leads to a staircase that leads down to almost like a sub-street level, almost underneath of a house.
Hey, can
Okay.
somebody please screenshot those 2 handouts and DM them to me so I can show them to chat? Mine are not loading up.
I think I just closed. Okay, I can send them to you. Let me get through my DMs here. I don't find Mary Jane Watson anywhere. Oh wait, you're not wearing the wig. You're still set. Wrong one. All right, here comes the Duomo. Whoops. Okay, if it. My machine is so stupid sometimes. Trying to get you an accurate shot here.
And if anybody wants to give me a history roll on either of those 2 structures, I can give you a little bit more information about them. That doesn't really have much to do with the story, but it's interesting facts.
I would love to.
Ooh, I will.
Nope,
I
I
like
know
history.
nothing.
I know nothing. Hang on, here we go. History.
I got a whole 10. I'm doing it. Oh, I'm gonna spend 2 luck and know something.
Well,
about
hang on. I still got to do mine. So
Okay.
you know, we don't necessarily have to spend the luck.
Thank you for that.
Okay.
Extreme success.
Oh,
Okay.
history. You want history?
Yeah.
I'm your guy. But not to
Extreme success.
Alright, so
Okay.
chat, I'm showing you
So-
the plaza first so you guys can see it.
Okay, so the plaza, you would know based on your history rolls, opened in 1877. And soon after, its designer, Giuseppe Mingoni, plunged to his death from the arch that overlooks the Piazza del Duomo. The Galleria is of cruciform arrangement and arranged by hemi-cylindrical construct of steel and glass. There is a central dome of the same materials. The walls are 3 stories high. And you can tell that the Galleria, the arms of the Galleria connect the Piazza del Duomo to the Piazza della Scala. So basically on one end, you see that there's the cathedral. On the other end is the Teatro alla Scala.
So Jimmy explains all of that.
Yeah. And
Looking really proud of himself.
These 3 architectural achievements form the Centro di Milano. And then for the Duomo, the cathedral, it took about 500 years to build, starting in 1387.
Wow.
The facade houses 5 sets of massive double doors and is 240 feet across and twice again as long. The great squat base rises to an astonishing delicacy of 98 spires, a nimbus of needle shapes straining to the sky. The pink and white marble enhances the movement towards heaven. Inside the cathedral, 52 pillars support the roof that covers the sarcophagi, shrines, fonts, pews, and areas of colored light streaming in via the stained windows. And you would also know, especially Jimmy, with your extreme success, you would know that that only in daylight hours, one can reach the roof by a stairwell. And from there, Milan can be viewed spread out orderly and untroubled.
Come on, guys, we got to see this.
We can. It's.
Jimmy tries to lead them up the stairs.
Is there a highway in this building?
Do you all head inside the cathedral as opposed to the library?
I mean, our plan was going to the library, Jimmy. It's very pretty. I've seen it. I've been there. It's
Oh,
impressive.
shucks, I should have known. You're a well-traveled man, Mr. York.
Especially when one's wife drags you everywhere.
So, have we decided what we're doing?
So back to the library, I guess.
Okay.
Jimmy got vetoed.
Okay.
By Clay saying, I've already been there. Oh, Sevvy, we can't hear you if you're talking.
Oh, we can just go to the Duomo after the fact.
Yeah. I mean, it's in Clay's mind. We have the important thing we have to do first. If we go and wander around there before we eat or do something like that before we go to the next thing, it's always a good idea, especially for Jimmy and possibly India who haven't been out and seeing as much. They can say, "I've been there."
Yeah.
Okay, so you all make your way down to the library. You can see that there is there's a door, normal sized door with a window, and a slide which opens. The door is currently locked. But you do see what looks to be a button just to the side of the door, presumably a doorbell.
Clay will push it and then kind of step out of the way to let Camellia present herself, because the Italians are much more, excited about seeing a woman, I'm thinking.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say expressive, but okay.
Oh no, I was just saying much more excited about ladies, as witnessed by, a lot of them and the French that we've met.
Okay, and you see, you see the slide open on the door, and a very pretty face pokes her head, and she says, in Italian, she says, "Hello, can I help you?"
I do know Italian, but it is very basic. So, do I roll to try and speak Italian, or can Clay speak Italian?
He can speak it at a really basic level,
Yeah.
but that's it.
Okay, I will say, do you speak English?
See, you are not an Italian citizen?
Correct. We wanted to secure credentials, if it's possible.
Go ahead and give me a credit rating roll, real quick.
Alright. Use an Eureka point.
Okay.
No, yeah, I'll use an Eureka point. Oh, yay! I got a 1.
You got a 1. Okay. She says, 10 lira per person.
Okay. I'll give her 10 lira per person, whatever amount that is.
That's like $2.
Okay. there
Yeah,
you go.
since you splashed out for other things recently, if you want Clay to pay for that, just let him know, because he's not concerned about it. So
Okay. Alright, then. Yeah, then you can. It's $2
Yeah,
per person. That's not a lot.
he'll basically just step forward and look at you like, and then he'll take the money out and put it down.
Okay. And you see she grabs it through the window and slides it shut, and you hear the door creak open, and you're blasted in the face with the smell of old musty paper. And you look in and you see that the roof is sort of low, but it is a widespread collection of books on shelves which line each wall, and a few tables which currently are unoccupied at this time during the day. And the library is yours to explore.
Can I make a quick psychology roll when I look at Eldridge's face as soon as that wave of that musty book smell hits us? I want to make a psychology roll to just, like, the novelist wants to see what he's thinking, look at his face and be like, I want to capture that for a character.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, and I tell you what, if you succeed in this, then which you did, I'll give you a bonus die on your novelist roll if you're writing about Eldritch tonight.
Nice, excellent. There is an occultist in the book.
All right. Eldritch, how does this make you feel?
He was too busy inhaling all these loud noises and fumes that have been assaulting his senses for the last 20 minutes.
All right. I like how Sirenscape has this soundscape. It's called Quiet Library.
I literally haven't heard anything you've said.
And it's basically nothing. there's like 10 different sounds going on right now. And it's nothing.
Yeah, the system is made for somebody who's a sound engineer. The guy is like totally into sound, the guy who made it.
Yeah,
And
he's like
a normal user is like.
So now that I can hear you, what did you say? Like, what am I looking at?
So basically what you're looking at is a low-roofed or a low-ceiling room that is widespread. It looks like it spreads out almost it's almost a basement built under under this building, which you are directly under, and some of the buildings beside it. But you can see that this library is just wall to wall spread with shelves of books lining each of the walls with a few tables spattered here and there for reading.
Is there anything on the occult or archaeology in my vicinity that I've seen?
You could go ahead and give me a library use roll. Are you looking for something specific?
Not at the moment. I'm just... You're asking what I'm feeling in my eyes. Okay. I need to see something to make me give a shit.
You would guess, based on the collection, you would guess you could find either.
Okay, so then I look very intent on finding knowledge. That's exactly what I look like.
So there's no, like, when you first smell that, he doesn't just go, I'm in my element.
No, I don't care about books. I care about knowledge.
Okay, so he's completely like, just like, whatever. I'm in the place that it could be.
You don't see me looking like in like ecstasy or happiness. You look at me like intently wanting to find something useful. That's
so you come upon a watering hole and you're a lion and you just got to find the gazelle now.
Yeah. I look like I'm looking for a gazelle. That's exactly.
Paper gazelles.
All right, so we have to do library use and tell you what we're looking for.
Yes. So if you were going to spend, we'll say it's probably, if you want to spend 2 hours here, I'll take a library use and just let me know what you're looking for, and I'll see what the library has.
All right. Now that I'm looking for something specific, I'm going to use a bonus die and a die, Eureka point, and look for anything to do with either the jigsaw guy or the skinless one. Anything to do with that. There's my library button. Where are you, button? I just had you, bastard. This is what I'm. Come on, baby. Oh, so close to a 36, but a hard success nonetheless.
A hard success. Okay. Let me see.
There are evil Italian things whispering in my ear, Moss.
Oh, yeah. Well, Italians are evil. Did you know that?
I should.
Okay. Let's see. Bear with me for just 1 second, because there was one bit that I wanted to tell you.
I got a -8 on my library use when you.
A -8? Good
of course you did.
Okay, so you find, with your hard success, you do find a little bit on an ancient individual named Sedefkar.
Ooh, okay.
You find that his scrolls, while they are difficult to translate, they were written, and as you've seen in the scroll that you now possess, they are written in the Common Arabic alphabet, but in part composed of Old Turkish, which is a very, very different language. The mystical ideas they contain are strongly influenced by medieval Greek Orthodox church jargon and by the awful insights granted by someone called Nyarlathotep.
Mm-hmm.
The author concludes that neither Sedefkar's logic nor presentation are easily penetrated, and since he had long been considered insane.
Mm-hmm. So basically, you told me nothing new.
I mean, it's insight you didn't know.
Kind of knew most of that.
Kind of.
Yeah, we pretty much already got all that.
Other than the Greek part of it, other
But
than
you
that.
do find a little bit, there is a little bit more. Let's see. You know that Sedefkar he was reported to have lived well over 100 years, and he unearthed the Meme Sahis, which is the Vorish knife, which you all had read about back in London, which heralded the coming of the Skinless One in the time of Constantine the Great. And when he wrote of the simulacrum, he gave it his name, and thus it became the Sedefkar simulacrum. He had prophesied that one day he would lose the artifact, and he was determined that its secrets should not be lost. Sedefkar then composed the Sedefkar scrolls, which are the 5 symbolic texts which conveyed most of what he knew. So a little bit of insight into the individual who composed the Sedefkar scrolls and once had possession of the simulacrum.
Interesting.
Okay, and Sevvy, what was it that you said you rolled a -1?
-8.
Oh, a -8?
Yep.
What are you looking for?
I am looking for. I think I'm looking for information on on a couple of things. One is anything that has to do where the scrolls might be in here in Milan, or the ritual that requires somebody to be singing the aria in a specific, that specific place.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna look for that.
Okay, so what you find in regards to the quote-unquote ritual with singing the aria, you find that that's more regarded as an urban legend. There are a lot of people who believe it, but it's not based in any sort of magical ritual or anything, or occult practice. It's merely fantastical musings of someone long ago when they first, when they would first hear the acoustics inside the Teatro alla Scala, and it elates them in certain ways, and it's more just an urban legend. And then as far as the Sedefkar scrolls, you would find that basically their whereabouts are unknown. It is known who wrote them, and there's a bit of record to who that person was, who I just which explained, but whatever happened to his texts is largely unknown.
Have we already sussed out living relatives? Maybe descendants?
Let's see.
You know what? I'll make a library roll for that.
No. Actually, no. Hold on, Sevvy.
Sevvy.
Yeah.
We are all.
Because you got a
It would have
an
been
extreme success, right?
Yeah.
You got a critical. Okay.
The history that we did like half an hour ago just popped up.
Hey.
Okay. Okay. So actually, Sevvy, you do come across a little bit more information. So I would assume that probably you, Eldritch, are working together. So you find that Sedefkar inscribed the last of the scrolls in 1203, as it is recorded. The Fourth Crusade breached the walls of Constantinople in 1204. It's recorded that Sedefkar had hoped to escape with the conquerors, but a Venetian cabal known as the Unburdened Flesh sought the simulacrum for themselves. Frankish knights under orders from Count Baldwin followed the Venetians, followed the Venetians, exposed the Sedefkar, and killed him in his Red Tower. They recovered the simulacrum and the scrolls and a strange knife, the Meme Sahis. As ordered, they returned the occult artifacts to their lord, who possessed all but the knife, to the leper monk, Brother Merovac, for closer study. The monk and the artifacts disappeared that night.
That's
What is the
interesting
name
stuff.
of the monk and the lord?
So the
Unburdened
monk,
flesh.
yeah, the monk was Brother Merovac. M-E-R, here, I'll just put it in chat.
I think the Lord was Baldwin
Count Baldwin.
or Count Baldwin.
Mhm.
Lord Baldwin.
He don't miss.
Rip Constantinople.
And the lord
Exactly.
Baldin?
Like Alec.
Oh, Baldwin.
Baldwin.
Yeah, without the gun.
Yeah, got it.
Finger
All
gun.
the miss.
Nice. Well, Clay is not very good at library use, but when it comes around to his turn to roll, he's going to be looking for more information on
Okay.
the realm of dreams and the dream, the idea of, the place where we went, and if that's like a larger place.
Okay.
He's been to Calvino before, and he's been in this place, and he's been all these weird places. He's like, it's got to be a thing.
Okay. Jimmy, what did you roll? Did you roll already? Because I know you said you were looking for something as well. Okay. What exactly was it? Was it that you were looking for?
I was looking to see if we could like track any possible living relatives we might be able to, track down, question.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and give me the library use. Okay. Hard success. Yeah. You actually find that Sedefkar had no heirs.
Just the ones he put on, baby.
What about the Baldwin brothers?
The Baldwin brothers, you would ask me that, and I don't know. I would assume so. And I can see.
Your credit rating just came in.
Yes. It's a time warp.
Let's see. I can get that to you. Probably in DMs. If you're looking for a Baldwin family tree.
You're gonna slide into your DM with some Baldwin knowledge.
Not the weirdest thing that's happened to you.
Goody.
But what I can tell you, I don't have any specifics right now, but what I can tell you is that they would be Venetian.
So.
Well, with Jimmy, if
mean,
we
there's-
would have told Jimmy about the monk, could he find out information? Could he have narrowed down and look information if they were heirs of the monk, Brother Merovac, or It's a death car.
No.
Sure. Is that something that you would want to look for, or do you want to keep on the Baldwin train?
Well, no, just really a general search if I could find anything like that. So yeah, they asked me to look for the monks. You said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah,
The leper monk brother specifically, or the order?
Well, we just have the name. Monk, brother, Mirak.
But yeah,
Apparently
he
he's
was
a
referred
leper.
to as the leper monk. But was he part of the unburned flesh group?
Not necessarily. No, he wasn't
Okay.
necessarily with the unburdened flesh.
Okay, but they handed this stuff to give it, put it in his care, and then he disappeared.
Correct.
Or to study. Okay. Yeah.
When you say disappeared, do you mean disappeared as in he was disappeared, or he just up and disappeared? Which could be
based
the
on what
same thing.
Based on what you can find, disappeared as in there are no more records of that monk or what he took with.
Oh,
Yep. No longer written about.
So you're looking for information on the monk.
yeah. Last spotted. Does he have any living relatives?
I mean, based on that, you don't really find basically all the information that is given about that monk is his name. Let me see here.
No family name to go by.
I mean, he was a monk.
Oh, good point.
wasn't exactly
Well,
running around laying seed.
Yeah, it
Well,
is.
we don't know if it was that kind of monk.
I think that's the only kind of monk there is.
Well, and sometimes they take another
Well,
name too. So
So these are monks of the skinless one, right?
We don't know what order they're in.
If
Yeah,
you're a monk
it
of a
does-
skinless one, would that make you a skunk?
It doesn't nice. It doesn't necessarily say as to whether he was part of any cult or not. Basically, all it says is that a cabal known as the Unburdened Flesh entrusted Brother Merovac with the Sevvy scrolls and the simulacrum, and he disappeared that night.
Oh, okay. Well, so then we'd be looking for the monastery that he was at, or the place that they would gather.
This is all in the records of the sack of Constantinople during the Fourth Crusade.
yep. So we have no idea right now
So dead
where he
end.
ended up.
Dead end.
Possibly for the moment.
Okay, and then Clay, what was it that you were looking for?
He's going to try, and it's possible if he ends up having to push this roll, he'll get a little bit like frantic looking for things and asking loudly in voices and pushing the roll and getting kicked out of here. But he's looking for the Dreamlands. Oh, never mind.
Ooh.
The Dreamlands. Okay.
Yeah, it's not, I'm saying Dreamlands, but he's looking for things on, the realm of dreams because he's been there with Calvino. He's like, there has to be a larger something because we've been there literally in a place just like that. And he's like, there's got to be information on it.
Okay.
And if it matters, he would spend, if the hard success is going to matter on this, he could spend the luck. If it might not make a difference here based on how possibly, there may not be anything in this place, then he won't spend it.
Let's see. You would probably know. So, based on that roll, I'll give this to you. Based on that roll and what you find in the on whatever occult books are written about potential dreamlands. Where you were almost seems as though it was kind of a sequestered realm. Like it wasn't exactly what the Dreamlands was. Almost as if
Pocket
it is
realm.
yeah, exactly. Almost as if it's like a pocket realm. Like
If only you had some pocket sand. You would
the
have done better.
Dreamlands are a little bit more fantastic. You're reading this, what is widely regarded as a fictional novel about actually about a train, about something called the Dreamlands Express, and it is described as this this chained collection of hulking beasts which have tentacles that'll come out, and it will remove dishes, and it will fill up hot tubs, and it will basically feed the engine through refuse from one being to another. It's very odd reading.
Train slave.
Ooh.
Basically, what you remember almost feels. Actually, give me an idea roll.
Okay.
Good luck.
Nope. No ideas.
No
Push
idea.
it. Push it, man. Push it.
I
It's
mean,
worth going mad for.
you can try to push it.
If I push it, can I use Eureka point on it?
Sure.
Let's push it and see if he starts just muttering to himself, walking around here, and gets himself kicked out. Oh no!
Oh, nice. Okay, very good. So based on your understanding of what you're reading about the Dreamlands and what you had experienced, where you were almost seems like it was a memory, like a history of where you were, in a very exaggerated sense. It doesn't
Right.
seem like a very fantastical place where there are towns full of cats.
Right.
And trains made of gelatinous beasts.
And that's why the specific thing that we drank, he's assuming, took you to that place because it was keyed to that place. So the Dream Lusan is likely not going to be something that could get us into this fantastical place that he's, imagined exists.
You would guess probably not. Based on you got a hard success. Yeah, this seems almost like it's a sequestered
Right.
realm.
Okay. Well, that's good because that's getting him closer to his thoughts, his imaginings, his dreams. Okay.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything?
Nomi, do you want to try doing
No.
a library roll?
Sure.
Okay. Is there anything that you would like to look for? Anything at all?
I don't know. I'm gonna go on a dumb luck right here. Just maybe like something will peek out to me, or maybe like I'm hearing, I don't know, how a book's calling to me. Kind of want to go with that. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Let's see.
Look to the books.
Man, I hate this.
Hey,
I
you could. I mean, you could push it, or you could spend 14 of your luck to succeed. That's up to you.
He loves to make her spend her luck.
And remember, you get points that you can subtract points for it. That wouldn't do you any good right now because you'd have to spend.
yeah.
But I'll tell you what I'll do. If you wanted to go ahead and retroactively apply a Eureka point to that, because I know you've got some,
Yes.
and then spend 4 luck, you can make that as. Oh, you rolled a listen roll.
I did, and that was also a fail.
What's your library use at?
Library is
20. It's 20 also.
20.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, if you wanted to, totally up to you, but you can go ahead and retroactively spend a Eureka point and then spend 4 luck, and I'll make that a success.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay. So you're kind of just perusing around while everybody is diligently reading. You find a little bit of information about the Teatro alla Scala. It was built in 1776 to replace the Royal Ducal Theater, which was burned down. It seats 3,000 patrons, including the boxes on the upper level. And you also find, let me see here. Where are my images? Images. Here we go. You find, and it's a little bit difficult to read, but you do find blueprints.
Ooh. I found blueprints, gang. It looks like the theater. Theater.
At that point, when you're doing that, Clay just slams the book he's been writing in close. He's like, and he just lets out a, yes, I knew it. And looks around a little startled. A what now?
Like a theater, a teatro.
Oh, the La Scala? The one that we're going to. Ooh.
Teatro alla Scala, yes.
Clay is not keeping his voice down right now. He's like, he gets up and slides his chair back noisily and comes over. He just, honestly, if someone does that, Clay is just going to give them the British middle finger because he learned that from the troops that he knew. He's just like, and leans over her.
They give you an odd look as if they don't know what it means.
Exactly. He's not going to do this right now because that's too much work.
Yes, does this help you out, sir? With what you're looking for in your research? It just called to me. It just spoke to me, like kind of like a whispering voice almost.
Interesting. It's not going to help me at all, but it's going to help us what we're doing tonight. Is this book, like that these blueprints are in, is this like a modern, relatively modern book, or is this an old manuscript?
It's a little older. You'd guess probably 1800s.
Okay, Clay is gonna just bring his book over then instead of ripping the pages out, because that's probably not the nicest thing to do. He's just gonna bring his book over and start drawing the same thing. It really roughly take a while, draw it in the book, so we know where the exits and entrances are.
Did I find anything else about the Jigsaw guy, by the way?
No. The Jigsaw guy, I mean, you were find anything about him.
Okay.
Oops.
If you're looking specifically for the Jigsaw prints. But you use your library use, unless you want to spend another 2 hours looking for something else.
Do I have time?
Party, does he have time?
I mean, we have until this evening as far as we know, so we probably have until
We have
lunchtime.
time.
I would like to learn more about a pocket dimension and like ways to create one and control one and something like that, if possible. Or any leads to it, or anything reference to it, or anything helpful to understand it more. Maybe create my own.
Okay.
I will roll. Oh, I'm a genius. Extreme success. You find nothing.
The fact that you see all these eclectic things that the source material doesn't tell me anything about, so I'm like, okay, well, I have to come up with something that's like, okay, what does he know? So let me see.
We're so close to a critical success. It hurt.
Are you clutching your chest right now?
No.
Okay, what are the rest of you doing during this 2 hours?
Clay is going to work on his Latin.
I guess Jimmy's going to try to learn some Italian,
Okay.
since that seems to be the main skill to have right now.
Cool kids have it.
I don't know.
Okay. So you find to people using hallucinogens, or what are normally thought to be hallucinogens, to brew special potions that allow people to have certain visions that transport them to other places. there are records of people describing past events or almost as if they're traveling back in time, where modern technology present.
You're roboting.
He was
Yeah,
robot.
modern
Right when I
technology-
did something useful.
Modern
Where
technology
Where modern technology is not present.
is
Right.
not present. We only lost 2 words. But critical words.
Yes.
Very critical.
You don't find the specific ingredients necessarily. Let's see. But what?
One day I will find a book with useful knowledge. One day.
But you would guess that there are certain probably occult manuscripts that you might be able to find at maybe specialized dealers or maybe more occult focused libraries or even private collections that might have some more information on it. But it does look like there is some validity to what Clay has told you.
Validation is good. You know what is good? Goodbye.
Okay, so Jimmy was working on his Italian. Jimmy, do you have a stat in Italian yet?
No, I do not.
Okay, so give me an intelligence roll.
I have a language other. I'm guessing that's a space I meant to occupy.
That's language other. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know what's supposed to be there. So I would say, give me an intelligence roll real quick.
Here it comes. You know, eventually.
Eventually.
I guess I gotta grab it and throw it.
Golly.
Extreme success.
Okay, so with that extreme success, I would say that you can go ahead and fill in that blank with Italian. And
All right.
I'll let you make a roll to see if you get any better. So go ahead and put Italian in there and then roll Italian to see if you can improve on it. And then who else is studying Italian? Clay, is it you?
He's working on his Latin right now.
Latin. Okay, so go ahead and give me a Latin roll.
I'll work
He's
on
not
my
very good at it.
Italian
We'll see.
too. So just roll Italian for me.
Yeah, just roll the skills.
So am I rolling like a D10?
So where you're putting it, Jimmy. I'm actually looking at your sheet right now. You're putting it in your own language, which is English.
Oh, sorry. I thought I had other there. There we go. Italian. All right.
Okay. So Clay, Latin is it's tough and it's tough to retain.
And he's all his head swimming with everything else he just figured out too. So
Yeah, he's a little bit distracted by what he found out about the Dreamlands and where he actually was. Sevvy, did you roll already?
Yeah, it didn't go well.
Okay. All right. So you've all spent 4 hours in the library. It is now round about noon. Do you all take your leave?
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's the plan.
Okay. You all leave, and the attractive young lass at the door nods her head at you as you pass. And you are now back out.
Hang on, Jimmy wants to Jimmy wants to flex his newfound skill. Grazie, ciao. You know, try to impress the young lady.
You can give me a charm roll if you want.
Right.
Jimmy always trying to put the moves.
Well, okay. Clarify. He was just trying to.
I'll say charm
show off.
appearance of 2. Hit it.
I used a Eureka die for that one point. For that one. Oh man! So he just.
She looks over at you. She's like, "Ciao."
Buongiorno.
See, Jimmy.
Rose. Jimmy.
I got her name, guys.
Rostico.
Ciao. And you can see she's like in a hurry to get this conversation over with.
Jimmy feels like he nailed that. He feels like he crushed it.
All right, so you all make your way back out to the Piazza del Duomo. Where would you like to go now?
We can visit the church if we'd like to,
Yeah, yeah.
Christ.
and then go to.
You guys got to see the view.
I want to go back to the highway.
Go back to the highway. You see, it is around noon. It is very busy out here as tourists wander in and out of the cathedral and the Galleria. People walk around with shopping bags and such, briefcases for businessmen on their lunch break. You guys, if you would, give me like a minute and a half because Daddy's got to go pee real quick. I'll be right back.
I'll give you 2 minutes.
Okay.
Perfect.
How dare you?
And I have to let a certain cat out who I just woke up by taking a photo of him, which I posted in the channel for our show because he was passed out on my lap. Just
Passed out kitty.
Yep, he was passed out. So I'll be right back as well. Hopefully, it won't take me long to get him outside.
All right, so
no.
you're probably wondering why I called you all here today. No, just kidding. I didn't know.
Oh,
It's not to hit me, is it?
No, it's not to hit you, Jimmy. But I do want to say, Chris, I like how your little lights in the back of you looks like a crown.
it's a spider web.
You look pretty.
Oh, I have never been called pretty. Not once in my life. So,
Not even by
this is
your
a new.
mom?
Not even by my mom.
Things to aspire to, dear boy.
It's a new win.
Oh,
that is a
boy.
new win. All right.
Oh my god. I don't
I'm
know.
t-
Wow,
I'm gonna tell
everybody
you-
left.
Yeah, so it's
I know.
us to entertain.
Yeah, we have to entertain. Well, let me show you guys what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, show us what you're doing.
Yeah, see, you got quite the project back there behind you
Yeah, the
Ooh.
on that little
hold
table
on.
over there.
Yeah, let me grab it. I can show you.
Oh,
I put a
please don't
video
break.
up on my Instagram.
Wow.
Oh,
That looks great.
Your blocks collection
So
is
it's
shaping up,
slowly getting
Sevvy.
there. And I just need to make sure I don't break it. So right now I'm just
you know
doing
what's great?
this little part here.
You know, it's great. You unlock the core memory of mine. Like every time my dad would get me those Lego play sets of any kind,
Yeah.
I would wake up the next day and all that crap would be built up. I didn't even get to, he would build all that before I ever even got anywhere near it. So it's like he
It's
got
fun,
those for
though.
himself.
Oh,
I don't blame him.
I love doing puzzles. Like just I get obsessed with like just puzzles or Legos, and I thought like I didn't have all the figurines I needed, but apparently I did, and I just didn't realize it. So, but still good.
I know, it's lots of
Nice.
fun.
Yeah, very cool.
So, what are you guys gonna dress up for Halloween? Because that's around the corner.
It is around the corner.
I'm going as a dirty, smelly hobo, which means I don't have to buy a costume.
I was gonna say, isn't that like your everyday life?
That's my everyday.
I don't know. I guess, man, Halloween is right around the corner. I think you're right.
Oh yeah, I know. That's why I was just like, oh my gosh, what do I do?
I didn't think about it. I don't know. I don't know. I have the costume for Asuka from Evangelion. I could do that.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
I have a Spider Woman's outfit, so I could do that. I have a Lara Croft outfit, and then I have a Jessica Rabbit outfit, and I have Leia, like the white big dress outfit, I could do that. So I don't know.
For some reason, I think the Jessica Rabbit outfit is going to be a hit.
Yeah,
You should do
I was gonna
it.
say the Simps all
so?
just fainted.
Okay. I could try that.
Sorry if I sound disgusting on stream, guys.
You're sick.
Oh, you're fine. It was all Mort.
Okay.
Is there a difference?
Oh,
Wow.
That was for Chris. You were mean to him.
wow. You know she's gonna beat your butt in
appreciate that,
Mario
thank-
Kart, right?
Yeah, I'm mean to Jimmy, not to Chris.
You called him a smelly bum.
Oh, yeah.
She forgot she did. She did. Did she say smelly bum or smelly hobo? There's a big
You killed her.
difference. Oh no, she's dead now.
Job done.
Ugh, that hurt my chest. Oh God. Sorry.
Oh man.
Sorry, Chris.
Moss
I
is
actually did
back.
forget that.
From the
Yeah, I'm back.
intermission. Clay
Yep.
is declawing his cat. So
Okay.
that might take a little bit.
That's a procedure that takes all of 20 minutes, so I think we're good. Show will be almost over by the time he gets back. 20 minutes for a learned veterinarian. So, you all are back out on the street in the Il Duomo, Piazza Il Duomo. Were you all planning on going to the cathedral?
Yes.
Well, yeah. Honestly, there is a method to my madness. I'm kind of hoping that maybe we can spot something while we're up there.
Okay. All right. So you all make your way into the cathedral, and the sounds just echo and reverberate off the walls as this roof just towers above you, and light cascades in multicolored prisms in through the stained glass windows. You smell incense as you walk in, and tourists kind of look around as people sit in the pews or kneel and pray, and you see members of the clergy up towards the front of the church, and also intermingling with the people who are currently inside the church. But if you all were wanting to go upstairs, you are more than welcome to.
Imagine trying to go to church and you got all these tourists walking through.
Yeah, really.
Sorry about the delay there. There were possums outside eating the cat food out of the little gravity feeder, and they didn't want to move along until I shooed them away.
Shoot them away with your 45s, your dual 45s that you keep in your...
Wow! I got some new possum slippers.
No, he lost that. He lost that in a boating accident. If you don't remember.
Yeah!
That's right. Yes, boats, the number
All I
one
could
confiscator of firearms.
Well, this is just. I just woo and scared him away with the paper towel roll.
Oh god,
Nice.
I wish I would have seen that. I wish.
Now we know what to do with paper towel rolls. Imagine what you could scare away with a wrapping paper roll.
A ghost, your mom, Jimmy's date.
Yo, I'll clean your
Dang.
counter.
Don't you bring my mother into this. My mother is a
Nice.
saint.
Don't you
Which
put
is
my
why
date
she
into
would be
this.
scared of it.
How dare you
Nice.
say that? She's a nice lady.
Woo!
Talk
All
about
right.
my number one gal like that.
I'm
right.
your number one gal.
So,
That was nice, India.
Number one with a fist.
I made your sandwich, Jimmy. It is my fist.
A knuckle sandwich.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
damn.
knuckle
She didn't even say
sandwich.
knuckle sandwich. She just said
I
it's
was
my
get-
fist.
She didn't even said it to you.
That's what
those
it was. It was a knuckle
air
sandwich.
I like. I made you a sandwich, Jimmy. It's my fist. Can we get that on a shirt?
Ooh, I love
No,
it.
that's a good idea. That's
No,
a good
there's
idea.
strange people on the internet. They're going to think
I
that's
love it.
kinky.
Well, yeah, that's the group. Have you seen our chat?
Yeah. You're right.
Endowment rolls, anyone?
All right. So, as you make your way through the church, the mood seems quite stale. Everyone is feeling, you can tell that everyone feels down about something. Something is weighing down on their shoulders. And you can actually see there's actually a vigil set up for Caterina Cavallaro. in one of the corners, and there are a couple candles burning right underneath a framed picture of her. But you all make your way upstairs, yeah?
Wait, I'm gonna ask about the candles and the setup they have there.
Okay. Actually, there is someone specific who approaches you. You see a very large gentleman wearing the generic priestly robes, but you can tell that he actually would normally be very, very athletic. He comes over to you and he says, it's a pleasure to meet you. You are American. I'm going back to Turkish.
Yes.
You are American.
Yes.
Do the hand gesture for Italian. We'll know.
He puts a hand to his chest and bows a little bit. He says, I am a Father Angelico.
Nice to meet you, Father
would you-
Angelico.
Would you like to know anything about the cathedral?
Yeah, I think the cathedral is absolutely gorgeous, and also I'm kind of curious about what you have going on over there with Catalina Cavallaro, right?
See, it is unfortunate that the people of Milan have turned away from God and turned towards vanity. This is icon set up by the people of Milan. If it makes them feel better. But unfortunately, it seems as though the people of Milan have turned toward vanity and away from God.
Vanity.
What do you mean turned to vanity? Like, what do you mean specifically?
They
I don't
worship the idols. They worship idols of beauty and entertainment.
Oh. So you didn't put that up? Then who did?
The people of Milan. It makes them feel better about the missing singer. See, our lack of devotion, our lack of animation, and you look around, he gestures around to the people who are kind of sullen. It stems from a soulless devotion to appearance instead of substance. In these dim days, we worship actors and singers. As attendance at mass declines, La Scala's audience increases. La Scala is a house of pure evil.
I want to
With
roll
this, you can see
psychology.
Yeah, go ahead.
On the good vicar here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fail. Okay, well.
I'll do a
Well, I mean,
psychology
he's-
as well.
Okay.
I rolled
Yeah, Jimmy,
an
you can see
84,
the-
just a regular success.
A regular success. Okay. Yeah, you can tell. I mean, he's genuinely upset. Like, he is genuinely appalled at what was once a great symbol of Catholicism has now fallen into what he deems as the clutches of evil and worldly things.
Well, it makes sense if you think about it.
I don't know. Can I? Oh, never mind.
You know, old boy, there's far more evil than you ever dreamt of in this world.
What do you think happened to Catalina Caballero?
I try not to concern myself with such things, but the rumor is that she was abducted at the train station.
Oh, got it. Well, would you mind talking to us about the history of this wonderful cathedral?
Yes, and you see brightness comes back into his face, and he goes into the whole process of, as much as he knows about the 500-year construction of the cathedral, he points out all of the different spires and the columns which support the giant roof, which stands, I don't know, I would have to Google it, but many feet above your head.
Moss, the thing is supposed to happen here, right?
What thing?
No, the theater. The
Oh
singing
no,
is happening
yeah,
in the theater.
it's supposed to happen in the theater.
Mm.
And I hear that
Guy
there's
gets
an. And I
guy
hear...
gets mad.
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh well, no, I was thinking out loud. Guy gets mad about idolatry, and suddenly starts gushing about all his shiny baubles and things.
Well, there's a
Just
difference.
a
There's a difference between
Just a note.
worshiping an idol versus worshiping God and the tenets of the Catholic faith.
Do you say this out loud, Jimmy?
Just the number of
oh
people.
no, just thinking, just thinking, you know.
Okay.
All right. I will
So
say
I don't forget.
I hear that the view is pretty breathtaking from the top. Is that true?
Oh yes, and it is open to the public during the day. It is quite cold up there, though. The wind blows very hard.
Okay.
That was this one.
We will try not to be out for too long then.
Ah, yes. Just pass through this door over here, and he points to a door which lies embedded into a wall just on the northern side of the cathedral.
Okay.
Come on, guys, let's go.
I'll go upstairs.
Oh,
Okay.
Jimmy's gonna rush ahead of her.
Okay. You all
He
make it
wants
up.
to go up there.
As we go by, he's going to go up to the thing where they have the small candles just for anyone who can come and light a candle for someone, and he's going to stop quickly because it was his custom when they came in here, but he's actually going to light one for his wife and son and then catch up to them.
Aw.
Okay. And you can see, as you reach the roof, you can see almost the entirety, at least from this side of the cathedral, you can see almost the entirety of Milan. It's red roof tile buildings spread out in intricate patterns, almost uniform. It's a really beautiful and breathtaking sight. And you
I
can
even
see...
put some pictures in the live stream art to show it off.
Nice. Good thinking. If I had the ability, I would pull it up.
I will.
And I'm
do it.
immediately
I need to
roll
go
a
look.
spot hidden.
I want to see things.
A spot hidden. Okay. What are you looking for?
Yeah. Just anything that might pop out at me, because that's pretty much the main reason I came up here. I get the feeling that there might be something to see.
Okay.
Call it a hunch. And wow, that's a fail. Okay. Failing that, I'm going to bring up the mental note that I made out loud earlier. It's like, that feller seems awful proud of his church, but for some reason, he doesn't like it when people worship things over God. Seems a little,
You don't understand.
seems a little contradictory.
You don't understand the entire premise behind Christianity?
Oh, I am a Christian, ma'am. I'm just saying, it seems odd to me.
Well,
You know, he doesn't want people getting distracted by things of this world, and yet here he is gushing all about his little church.
it's not about him
Yeah, it's just
getting.
like-
It's not about people getting distracted about worldly things. It's about the question that they're idolizing a different idol other than God. It has nothing to do with worldly things.
Oh, it's jealousy. I should have known.
That's what I'm getting at, Mr. G.
Whatever, I'll just walk away. It's not worth it. No, I mean, clearly he does not understand it, so I just walk away. It's not worth it.
I'm trying to piece something together here. That maybe he was driven to something. Maybe
Jimmy,
all this. Yes.
You know the difference between a cult and a church, Jimmy?
What's that, Mr. G?
It's the number of people that believe in the bullshit. If you have enough people believing in bullshit, it's a church. If you only have a few people believing in the bullshit, it's a cult.
Obviously, I don't got enough to link all this together, Mr. G, but I think we should take a close look at that priest. I mean, how many priests do you know?
Jimmy, if
are
you had
all-
to look at that priest, you'd have to look at every priest. They all worship their baubles and their churches, and they're magnificent
one
to
ain't-
their gods.
Mr. G, hear me out. This one ain't built like normal priests. I mean, just look at him. He almost looks like Mr. York.
Well, you know, Jimmy, maybe you can go be one of his altar boys. I'm sure he would appreciate that. It'll be like having a new Mort.
I don't think I could take on another odd job, Mr. G. This one's already more than I can take.
Well, it was a thought. Let's get back to work, shall we?
It was a thought.
Okay. So, you all make
Jimmy's
your
gonna
way.
leave the thinking of the pros.
All right. Clearly, Eldritch is a man of science.
Well, I know there are other things greater than the gods we believe in on this world. There's the great old ones, of course, that can destroy it all.
Okay. So, you all make your way back down into the cathedral?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And as you make your way back through, you see Father Angelico making his rounds and sort of mingling with people. But as you're making your way towards the door, you actually see what looks like 3 almost ancient women, all dressed in black, and they're standing in front of the vigil to Catalina Cavallaro. And they are weeping, just sobbing almost uncontrollably.
I want to ask the priest something real quick.
Okay. He turns his attention away from the person that he was talking to. He says, yes.
I have a question for you, sir.
See?
What do you know of the rumors of this Teatro alla Scala and the song of getting your desires if you sing a certain thing at a certain time in a certain place? What do you think of all that, and what do you know of it?
I have heard of this. This is, what is unholy superstition.
Yes, well, one man's superstition is another man's religion, sir. But please, indulge me. Well, tell me what you've heard.
Well, I hear that if you sing the aria in the teatro, then your greatest desire will come to you.
Has anyone ever purported to have done it before?
People say all sorts of things.
Well, has there ever been any proof of it?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Well, thank you for your time, sir.
See. Okay.
We can go back to Broads in Black.
The Broads in Black.
Prods.
Okay. You can see that
great
they
band
are Broads in, that is a good band name. You can see that they are currently weeping and lighting candles for Cavallaro's return.
Well, is anyone going to talk to them?
Not me.
I'll do it.
I knew you would.
I'm kidding. I think Jimmy's the last person who should talk to them.
Clay was about to head over there, but then Jimmy said that. Unless Jimmy didn't say that.
I'm going to retcon that Jimmy did not say that because, like I said, Jimmy shouldn't talk to them.
Okay, then Clay is the person who's heading over because being a person who reads a lot of fairy tales and things, 3 women dressed in black is right up his alley. And
Okay.
he's just going to go over to them and be as charming as possible.
Go get him, you whore son.
Ask them what they're interested is in specifically in her and why they're so bereft.
You can see that as they're weeping, they kind of turn towards you one by one, and they respond in Italian. Per favore, la schiacci.
Oh no, hags? No, they're not. We don't know they're hags, do we?
I don't know. They said something to you, though.
Yeah.
No parlo inglese.
He will because at first he's like, chess? No, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, can he understand what they're saying in Italian? His Italian is.
They
like
said
perfunctory.
based on your. What they're saying is not too terribly complicated. They basically said, "Please leave us alone. We don't speak English."
Right. I was just curious about the first part. Okay, you got the end part, and he's just going to continue in Italian and say, "She means a great deal to you."
See, you can see they all nod their heads.
Do they look similar?
No, I mean you can tell that they're all, they don't necessarily look like they're related or anything like that. They're just 3 old women.
Okay,
They look
but
like
not
the
nuns.
women from Hocus Pocus.
Yes, actually.
I'm leaving.
Did you say yes to the nuns or the witches part?
The witches. But anyway, continue.
Okay.
You can tell if you're asking if they're nuns. No, they are not nuns.
Okay.
They look like
And-
mourners.
Yep. And he's just going to, kind of fold his hands in front of him and just look at them and nod and then look up at the visage here and the candles and then say, "We heard her singing in the streets last night."
They look at you kind of quizzically as if they don't know what you're talking about.
Yes. It was unearthly. Many people over there heard it. I'm not certain if it was some sort of a miracle or what, but I think she's still alive.
You see that at that they begin to weep even more.
I don't know Italian. I was about to say, for now.
Great job.
You can see the father comes over and he says, "What seems to be the problem here?"
Just commiserating about her loss, and I was trying to reassure them that we think that she's still alive. In fact, we heard her singing in the streets last night. It's very unearthly.
There's a lot of unearthly things going on here.
I think there's going to be more probably this evening. Good day.
Probably.
And he's going to just turn around.
I said good day.
Okay.
How does he know about the unearthly things?
Mm-hmm.
Church.
Okay. So, you all leave the cathedral then, yeah?
Yeah, unless anyone else has anything critical they need to do.
I don't even know why we came here.
Mostly for, the youngsters to see the thing, have it in their mind hole.
I still think something's up with that priest, but I'm just gonna follow them out because Jimmy has no way to substantiate, his wild theory.
Okay, so as you all exit the cathedral, I need somebody to give me a spot hidden roll.
Ooh, I will.
I can do that. I'm really good at that.
Me too.
Clay is looking at the sky. Literally just kind of like seeing what the weather is like tonight.
It's
I got, what do you call one of them
a little
there?
overcast.
Hard successes.
Okay.
Jimmy got one of them there super success.
Extreme success.
Stop showing me up, old boy.
All right, so just off to the side, you can see what looks to be a newsboy handing out newspapers. And you can, would you all like to go over and get one? You see, it looks like kind of out of the corner of your eye, you see in large print the word Cavallaro.
Oh,
I
yes.
will want to go look at the newspaper and see what they say.
Okay, and this.
Jimmy wants to see what the funny papers look
Oh
like.
boy, can somebody
Is what-
screenshot that, please?
Okay, and I will read this for the chat.
Grab it for you here.
Cavallaro's disappearance. Another tragedy?
The ghost boy. Oh.
Arturo Toscanini, music director of La Scala, announced today that Aida would open tonight with understudy Maria De Mattina appearing in the title role. Toscanini, in response to comments regarding the, quote, ghost voice of last night and other reputedly unnatural occurrences, said, quote, "There is no substance to these stories. They are merely gossip and old wives' tales." Paolo Riscianti, props manager for the opera, told a different tale. Quote, "We thought our troubles were over," he said, when the costumer's curse ended with the preparations for Aida. But now the bad luck is on the set itself. People are being injured or falling ill, and props are disappearing. Where will this end? Tonight's performance is booked out, but the opera is scheduled over the next 4 weeks.
So that, okay. So we didn't just imagine that.
This says we did.
They say
Clay's
that
just smiling.
other people, when the costumer's curse ended, what does that mean? Costumer's curse?
You don't know. The article doesn't say.
But now the bad luck is on the set itself. Okay, maybe can we ask the people around us if they can tell us what this costumer's curse is? I'm sure they would know. We might not, but maybe they would know. The people around who are buying the newspaper and reading it.
You ask a couple of people, and they don't seem to know what exactly the details are. Go ahead and give me a luck roll, actually.
Okay, I'm gonna use the Eureka point for this. Alright, I got a 20. Oh, it showed up. Okay.
Yeah,
Very
it was
nice.
like, bonk.
Very nice. A hard success. Okay. So you do find one individual who said that he had heard rumors that people who work with the costumes specifically, basically they haven't been able to keep a costume designer for more than 3 months. They tend to fall ill and suffer, profound disillusionment. And illnesses include, pneumonia, consumption, gastrointestinal, gastroenteritis, asthma, appendicitis, just all kinds of different ailments that specifically seem to target costumers.
Interesting.
That is weird. And you said no more than 3 months? And the last thing, do you know if the individual called Flavio Conti was one of them?
Flavio Conti?
Yeah.
No. Flavio Conti, he owns a machine shop down in Portello.
Ah, okay. I know that he recently got recovered what seemed to be a miraculous cure.
See.
Alright, thanks. I'll tell the group what I found out.
That sounds rather sinister. But it doesn't, is it, what I'm trying to figure out is if they're trying to stop the actual production so they can do their production, or if they are just preying upon the people here, or something with them is preying upon the people here. Perhaps the mist.
We do have 12 minutes, Moss.
Yeah, I was getting to it. Is there anything else that you would like to do before we end the session?
I don't think so.
Okay, so what else is your next course of action, would you say?
I think we have to get ready for this evening because we have tickets to attend, but we're going to attempt to get in the side door ahead of the show, correct?
Yeah, and talk to the people and get more information.
Yeah, okay. But we do have tickets if we try and get kicked out.
Yeah.
Maybe someone should pretend to be a costumier and apply for the job.
That sounds incredibly foolish.
That would get us inside.
Would it?
Why is everyone
And
looking at
talk
me?
to the people. Well, someone who can speak Italian, maybe.
Okay, so with that, we leave tonight's session, you all standing in front of the cathedral, reading the newspaper, And next course of action, the theater. And with that, we'll go ahead and let's do some improvement rolls. Who haven't I started off with?
The Phantom of the Ida.
JT, do you want to go first?
Wow, I never go first. You always save me for last like a loser.
Well, he's not calling you for dinner.
I only got 2 things, so I'll go first.
Got him.
Oh. A shocker. All right, spot hidden, another one of my super high rolls. Yes, failure again. What about luck? We never get luck. Maybe we'll get lucky. Yeah, right. A 5. Well, there's that.
You need to spend more luck, dude. Otherwise, you're never going to improve it.
I'm gonna roll my stuff in the meantime.
Yeah, go ahead. And JT, go ahead and tag somebody.
Oh.
Look, your stuff's coming up right away, Sevvy. Nice.
I'll tag India. I'm sure she has a lot of rules.
Well,
No.
I had a lot of fails.
You did succeed on a library.
Oh shoot! Yes, you're right. Let me go ahead and roll that. I failed again.
Nice.
But that means I improve.
Yes, indeed. So go ahead and roll a d10.
Ah, poop. Sorry, my bad. My bad, guys. My bad.
How dare you? 6%. All right,
Nice.
You're up at 26% for library use. That's better than it was before, and we like that. Okay. Anything else?
Nah, no, that was it.
Okay, go ahead and roll your luck.
Look. Nice.
Nice. Okay, so you can also improve your luck.
Yes. And that's a D10?
Correct.
God.
Nice.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. So go ahead and tag somebody.
Chris, go for it, my guy.
Alrighty. Okay. I actually have a lot, so here we go. History. Today in history. That's a fail. All right.
Nice. Ah.
Wow. Okay. Well then. History. Oh, that's right. I can't do that right now. Okay,
That's a 20% increase right there.
That's true. That's a good way to look
use.
at it.
Man.
You know, I had a history and I forgot that I had it. I didn't pick it.
Regular success. So that doesn't improve. That's okay. I'm already like way up there. Listen. Extreme success. So that doesn't. Again, Jimmy's a good listener. Ladies, take note. All right. He doesn't get a lot of. You know, you're always complaining that men don't listen, but you know, Jimmy's a listener. Natural world. That's a fail. All right. So that goes up.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Okay, by 4.
Solid 15.
Right. Learn more about his lizard friend. 15. That's a regular success. Okay, so I'll roll my luck. And
Fail.
all right, that's a fail.
Get a 10. You need it.
Oh God.
That's not.
Wow, a whole 1. Okay, I will tag Frost, I guess.
All right, we're gonna try history first. Hey, look, I barely made it. Oh, I don't want to roll percent. I'll ignore that. There we go. How about this? All right, we'll do 8 points in history. Library use. 28. He did fail by 1
By
point.
1 point. Very nice.
He got 2 points in library use and psychology. Probably, unless he rolls really high, he's not going to fail this. Oh, he did roll high, but not high enough. And then we'll go to luck. Nope. He's really good at not succeeding. That's the 4th or 5th time in sessions that he has not increased his luck, I think.
All right. So, Sevvy, did you get any improvements?
I got improvements in library use.
Nice. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
First.
My history.
Okay, we're
Went
good
up.
to go. We're swooshed.
Oh, your history went up. How much did it go up by?
5.
5. Very nice. All right. So we have been successfully swooshed. Thank you all for joining us once again for a very knowledge-driven episode of Call of Cthulhu Horror on the Orient Express. We'll go around the horn here and see what everybody's got going on in their lives. If they've got anything that they would like to pimp out, like exhibit. Let's start with Nomi and give her voice a rest.
Thanks, Moss. I just actually had a sneezing attack right now. Hey guys, I'm Nomi Without You. You can catch me on my channel at Nomi Without You. Every Thursday I have a podcast called Dames and Dorks with one of the lovely ladies here on this panel as well. Sevvy joins us with a bunch of other ladies and we talk about current topics, current things in pop culture, and a bunch of other things here and there. I also do Kick, is also Know Me Without You. I just started my YouTube, excuse me, my YouTube gaming channel. I will be revealing, well, I already kind of did a self-reveal, but I'm still adding things here and there. Yeah, feel free to follow, guys. And I think Wednesday we are going to be doing Mario Kart with the Moonskull crew here. So you can catch me again here if I'm not dead or dying. Frost, take it away.
Okay, thanks. With that, I feel a little icky. So I'm Frost. You can find me in a bunch of different places. You can find me on Sundays for the Rifts campaign over on JT's channel. The One Ring. We record things on Sundays, but the episodes, I think, are they going to be coming out on Mondays most of the time, Frost? Or Frost?
Yep.
Frost? Yeah,
That's
looking
you.
at Moss thinking Frost. It's me! So, yeah, if you didn't see the premiere today, go watch it. It was amazing. You can find me here on Monday nights for this wonderful campaign with Moss again. See, not Frost, Moss. Tuesdays and Thursdays, you can find me on Moonskull doing Frost Written, the lore writing for Legend Seeker, Erudai's RPG. You can find me on all my different channels, playing lately a lot of Space Marine and things like that with JT. But also, I think in my link tree, I have my YouTube channel. I'm trying to start do more stuff back on my YouTube channel. I kind of dropped it a little bit ago when I got really busy, but I'm doing more writing stuff. So I'm going to be throwing more writing streams and shorts and things over there as well. I think that's everything. So I'm going to throw it at, let's see, who have we not had go yet? Chris, you want us to talk? You want to say things with your chameleon voice? Come on, you have to have a voice for the chameleon, right? I stumped him.
Chameleon voice. Oh gosh. My chameleon voice sounds a lot like my Smeagol voice. Yes, Chris. You can find me, KrisWithADagger. That's all one word, KrisWithADagger. Follow me on minds.com and X or Twitter, whichever. Same name, all one word, KrisWithADagger. I'm not really doing much right now. You can find me here Monday nights with all these lovely people, mumbling and bumbling my way through my Jimmy roll. And with that, I will pass it on to, oh God, who's left?
Me, I think.
No,
wait, hold on.
Sevvy, okay.
Did JT
You didn't go? Yeah, I don't think JT went.
Yeah, I think JT didn't go.
JT. And on that note, I gotta bounce. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, Chris.
Bye, Chris.
Jamie.
Sorry I was mean to you.
Again.
It's okay. I'm used to it.
Again. Well, I'm trying to build my YouTube channel. And one of the ways I'm doing that is playing a awesome Rifts campaign with Frost and a bunch of other cool people on Sundays at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on my YouTube channel. So please, if you haven't watched it already, we have 3 episodes in the bank. Go watch some of those and leave a like on them because I need more people to like them, please, and comment on them. That really helps the channel grow. We are trying to get to 500 subs to get it monetized. I would greatly appreciate that. I don't ask much of you more than that right now because that's what I need the most. And on the Mondays back here, and then Tuesdays will be on Tales from the Dragon Tavern Live with JJ and Moss and the rest of the crew and Biggles and Mega playing little pirate fellas in a very cool pirate land full of pirate things and ships and monsters and undead horrors and all the things that people seem to like. So please come check us out there on Tuesday nights, Dragon's Tavern Live. And then Wednesday night, we will be Mario with Sevvy and Nomi and whoever else shows up for that on Moonskull. And then what do we got there? Friday nights on Mummy's Mask, where we fight the mummies and the zombies on G&G Titties channel. And then after that, at 1:30 in the morning, we got some of that old kaiju watch with me and my boy Caleb, where we watch the giant monsters beat each other up, or kung fu movies, or what else do we watch there? Hong Kong action movie, all sorts of fun things. Friday, all sorts of crazy ass movies we watch with y'all, and we have a good time late at night on Fridays on my Rumble and Kick channels. And that is about it. Please go join my Discord and check out my merch store. We got really cool stuff in there from all the different shows that I'm on. I got frog stuff, riff stuff, pretty much everything but Mummy's Mask stuff, because that's not my jam. So I will give it to Sevvy. Kitty, you all right?
All right. Well, hello everyone. I am Sevvy. You can usually find me at Geeks and Gamers Tabletop on Thursdays for March of the Dragon Queen, Fridays for Mummy's Mask, and Saturdays for Crimson Throne. Then you can find me over at Moonskull, Saturdays for Star Wars, and Mondays for Call of Cthulhu. What is happening this week is we will be doing Mario Kart on Wednesday. And we have as our guests so far Nomi, Smoo, JT, Commander N, Froste. I am Froste, yes, I believe. So we'll see who else will be available to come and join. It'll be absolutely fun and amazing. And Friday for Whiskey and Wine, we will be playing Star Wars Old Republic. So if you want to come and play with us and troll us while we're playing, feel free to boot up your game and play with us. And then Sunday, I finished the game that I was playing, the horror game, so I wasn't entirely sure what I'm gonna do. I think I might continue building the Legos, or I might try to find a new scary game to play. Also, I finished the Warhammer campaign, and that was so fun and exciting. So I will probably be doing some battles and stuff, so keep your eyes peeled for that. So depending on what happens, I might be playing that. I think that's it. I will pass it over to Moss. Oh, and then lately, again, thank you so much for helping us reach over 3,600 subs. That is absolutely amazing. You guys are amazing. Don't forget to like this stream and leave a comment. All of those likes and comments make a big difference for us in game. So thank you for doing that, and please don't forget to do that, and I'll pass it to us.
Yes, 71 likes last week. We need to get to 72, and that gets all these guys bonus dice. You want to help them out, don't you? You like their characters, don't you? But yeah, go ahead and leave a like if you haven't already. Wait till after the stream is over in just a couple of minutes and leave a comment as well, because that also helps the algorithm. You can find me obviously running this game on Monday nights, Tuesday nights over on Tales from the Dragon's Tavern for Smoke and Barrel, just as JT said. Wednesday nights, every other Wednesday night for Wednesday After Dark. I'm a part of that panel. Thursdays every week over on Geeks and Gamers Tabletop for March of the Dragon Queen. Saturdays for Star Wars right here on Moonskull. And as Frost was saying, please do go and check out Fear of Ages Past. That's the new One Ring campaign that we just dropped the first episode for today. I'm looking at it right now. We're already up over 100 views, and I couldn't be more elated about that. I'm super proud of it, and I really genuinely appreciate everybody who's gone and checked it out. If you haven't checked it out, please do yourself a favor and go and do so, because even if you're not a huge fan of Lord of the Rings, it's just a good time. So, and it's pretty intense. So I think that's all I've got for you. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And with that, I bid you adieu, auf Wiedersehen, Gesundheit, and God bless.
Bye, everyone.
So long, gay boys.